WeView Sports, the leader in local sports in Southwest Florida, presents Florida Sea Dragons basketball. Tonight, the Dodge City Legends take on your Florida Sea Dragons. And now to call the action, here's Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Tico Arena. Joe Klimas and Terry Thimler. We have some more Sea Dragons basketball coming up for you on WeView Sports. The Sea Dragons will be going up against the Dodge City Legend. And Terry, Dodge City already had clinched the Southern Division title.
Oh, a very good basketball team that we match up well against. We haven't had a lot of success so far this season.
One of the big things that we're going to notice tonight that they're going to be missing Sean Colson, who perhaps is the leading candidate. That's okay, Andre. For the USBL Player of the Year, along with Alvin Jefferson there in the Detroit Pistons tryout camp.
Yeah, two very fine players for that team this year and have really shown that they are quite capable of getting a look at the NBA, and that's what this league's all about. This is a developmental league, and it's a great opportunity for those two players. They'll join up with them, though, to get ready for the playoff run in Kansas.
A tough loss last night for the Sea Dragons. You were here at the shoot-around. What's their mental attitude this evening?
Well, you know, they've had good attitudes all year long. They've rebounded well whenever they've come out and not played well, but this team has not been real consistent all year long. I think that's one thing that Coach Barry and his coaching staff is concerned with, is consistency. And to win in a playoff situation, you got to play consistent basketball. This team's not done that so far this year. Let's hope tonight and tomorrow night will get them on the right track.
You speak about the playoffs, both teams in. Make any difference tonight?
Well, you know it does because it's seeding purposes, but I think you just have to play well at the end of the year. And this is the end of the year right now. And tonight and tomorrow night, this team is to get on a roll to go into playoffs. Not very often do you go into playoffs and not be on a winning streak and do well in the playoff situation.
We'll come back and have more Sea Dragons basketball for you right after this.
You can drive home in today. Come see Miranda Kia and listen to our flash. Try Kia, Sevilla, and oh Mamma Mia. When your friends get to see you, they'll all wish that they could be you. And depending on what your age will put you in the sport age. Dependable, reliable, the styling's bonafide. Cruising through the town with the back top.
Get a 2000 Kia Sportage convertible for $0 down and $224 a month.
Hit it, Henry! Miranda! The fun begins here.
Miranda Kia, half-mile south of the Naples Airport.
The Florida Sea Dragons are breathing fire into the USBL in their inaugural season. Even if you can't make it to Tico Arena to catch Coach Rick Barry and the Sea Dragons in action, WeView TV gives you a front row seat to all the home games. Saturday night, June 24th at 7:30. Watch your Florida Sea Dragons take on the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. Exclusively on your home for Sea Dragons basketball, WeView TV.
I'm just your average healthy American male, except for having the power to turn invisible at will. You think that wouldn't be so bad, right? But being invisible has a price. It makes me go insane. So when I'm not out saving the world, I relax by doing what any other healthy but otherwise mentally unstable invisible man would do.
Didn't see him the first time? Catch him again. It's the encore presentation of the 2-hour movie premiere, The Invisible Man, this Sunday at 8 on WeView TV.
It's the Dodge City Legend going up against the Florida Sea Dragons here tonight in the Tico Arena. United States Basketball League action, the next to last regular season game. Both teams have qualified for the playoffs, so it should be an interesting confrontation tonight. Dodge City, as we already alluded to in the open, has clinched the Southern Division. Florida comes in at 14-14, third in the Southern Division, but they'll be going to Salina, Kansas, to begin the playoff competition on Thursday, June 29th. And Terry, we look forward to a pretty interesting basketball game tonight.
Well, as we stated in the talk we had before the game started, Joe, that it's very important for a team to play well at the end of the year when you get ready to go into tournament play or a playoff situation. And this playoff in the USBL is one game, you're in, you lose, you're out.
single elimination, so we'll see what happens. But first of all, we have to take care of whatever's going to be happening out here tonight as far as the Florida Sea Dragons are concerned. The starters, number 2, Franklin Paul, number 24, Michael Lewis, number 37, Andre Perry, number 41, Leon Derricks, number 52, Andre Reed. And for Dodge City, number 10, Tyson Patterson, number 33, Darren Hancock, Tom Weidman, the center, 34, Artie Griffin, number 50, and number 52, Kelvin Price. Here we go. Michael Lewis with the rock. Looking to get it inside. It goes down in Perry. Perry on the baseline. Over to Reed. Back out to Leon Derricks. Now back once again to Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis leading this team in assists, much as he is the all-time assist leader at Indiana University. Leon Derricks tries to make the save. It comes back to Andre Reed.
And it all happened because Andre Perry got his hand on the basketball again, and he's just been a demon on the boards the last 7, 8 basketball games that the Sea Dragons have played.
18 rebounds last night. That one no good by Franklin Paul. He gets it back. And they come set it up once again.
And Big Andre came up with a tap out on that one. So Andre have done a good job keeping the ball alive with this first possession. We've gotten 2 shot opportunities. It could be 3 shots.
Big Dre and a little Dre. It goes into the Big Dre right now. That's Andre, the 7-footer out of Florida State, off the glass and in. 2-0. The Sea Dragons take the early lead.
Wow, you like what you see the first possession.
No. We're going to have a foul called against Michael Lewis. That's his first personal of the night. Tyson Patterson on the drive.
Today in the shoot-around, the coaching staff really went over the scattering report for Dodge City. One of the things that we'll be doing is try to get the basketball out of their decision makers, which are their guards.
That one goes off the glass and drops through for Kelvin Price out of North Carolina, Charlotte.
Which tonight will be Tyson Patterson, primarily since Colson is not here.
We mentioned earlier 2 of their key players, Colson, among them in the Detroit Pistons tryout camp. Andre Reed has it swiped away by Weidman. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Dodge City basketball. 10:20 to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied at 2 each. Darren Hancock out of Kansas on the baseline. Dishes it back out. This time, no good. Rebound, tapped up, comes down to Michael Lewis. Lewis at the head of the circle, gets it over to Leon Derricks. Dumps it inside to Perry. Perry trying to put on some moves, comes back out to Franklin Paul. He skies to get it, can't find the shot. Goes to Andre Reed. Reed working on that one in pregame, no go, but there's Andre Perry for the offensive rebound.
You know, that's about 2 or 3 he's gotten already, and he's just doing a great job. We got a technical
foul going to be called against Kent Davison. A technical foul, and so stepping, you take a look at Davison. He's not happy with what's going on underneath.
I'd say I don't know what he could be complaining about.
Look at Rick Barry and Clifford Ray. Referee Lenny Watson admonishing Davison on the free throw line, the leading free throw shooter for the Florida Sea Dragons, Michael Lewis. That one goes up and drops through.
You know, it's an awful long way to come from Dodge City to get one tech and another tech and have to
go home.
Have to leave the court.
Or go sit someplace, whatever it is. Michael Lewis, once again, talking with referee Lenny Watson. Our other officials tonight, Frank Raposo and Pat Randolph. Tyson Patterson, 5'9", out of Appalachian State up in Boone, North Carolina. That one from downtown, no goal by Artie Griffin, but it comes down to Weidman. Back out to Griffin, and he traveled. He double-stepped over there. If you take a look at it, he kind of did a little hop step.
I don't even know if it was double-step. I think it was more of a tango.
Whatever you want to call it.
It was multi-step.
But they blew the whistle. So it's going to be Sea Dragon basketball, 9:27 to go here in the first quarter, 5-2. The Sea Dragons out ahead.
We don't
shot clock.
We don't have the shot clock running.
They're going to say, give us back the basketball. You could look now
Game
at
clock
referee
is still running.
Frank Raposo. They took it down to 17 seconds. Frank says just a moment. You look at Frank Raposo right there. He has number 17 on his back tonight. So here we go. 19 seconds on the shot clock, 9:19 to go in the first quarter. The Sea Dragons up by 3, 5-2. Michael Lewis 6'1" against a 5'9" Tyson Patterson. You might even see him post up a little bit later on. They dump it down inside to Big Dre. He can't get it to go. Whiteman with the rebound. Gets it out to Artie Griffin. Griffin, 6'5", out of Alabama. Puts it back over to Darren Hancock. No good. Andre Reed with the rebound over to Franklin Paul.
And the other decision maker is Hancock, and they talked today in the shoot-around to try to get the ball out of his hands, especially when he's in a position to be a triple threat, a scorer, a passer, and someone who can put the ball on the floor.
Andre Reed over to Perry. Perry dumps it down inside to Franklin Paul, and Franklin gets it to roll. His first two of the night, and it's 7-2 in favor of the Florida Sea Dragons. That one up and in by Darren Hancock, his first two out of the night. 7-4 now, a three-point lead for the Sea Dragons. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this first quarter. That's Leon Derrick. He's being pressured out there by Kevin Price. Now it goes inside to Reed. Reed working on Weidman. Florida State against Clemson, a couple of ACC guys. It goes to Franklin Paul, no go, and a foul on the floor. Foul's going to be called against number 10, Tyson Patterson. That's his first. I tell you what, if you ever get up to Boone, North Carolina, Appalachian State, you got to stop in the Casa Rustica restaurant up there and say hi to our good friends Sarah and Peter Pedroni. Michael Lewis. Now it's Leon Derrick. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Leon goes baseline, dishes it off to Andre Reed. His shot no good, and that one goes out of bounds. It will be Dodge City basketball.
We're getting too many outside looks for Andre Reed. Not really what we want to have, and there's just far too many outside looks that is just coming back, and it's not giving us where we want to have the basketball when we try to score.
7-4, the Sea Dragons out ahead, as you can see. 7 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the first quarter.
This one we talked about was coming in doubles, get the ball out of Hancock's hands, which we just did.
All right, now with Patterson, and there's a steal by Franklin Paul, and Michael Lewis now has it. Michael Lewis tries to go inside. He is stripped by Patterson, and we got a foul against number 10. That's Tyson Patterson's second foul on the night. Michael Lewis, shooting 85% from the free throw line, will not get to shoot, since that is just the second team foul called against the Dodge City Legends. Lewis against Patterson. Michael puts one up, no go, off the front of the rim. And the little guy, Patterson, comes down with a rebound. 6:55 to go in the first quarter. Patterson's shot no good, but skying to get it is Hancock. And Hancock gets it off the glass. That's 4 on the night for Darren. And it is a 7-6 basketball game. The Sea Dragons up by 1. Andre Perry trying to make a move. Puts the spin on, loses the basketball, comes back up with it, and he's got 3 guys all around him, and they're going to call 3-second violation, and away we go. Timeout. Timeout called by the Florida Sea Dragons. We have 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go. Is it a 20-second timeout?
No, it's a full.
Or a full timeout. 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. It is the Florida Sea Dragons 7, the Dodge City Legend 6. We'll come back right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
I'm board certified in both civil trial and business law. Call us to handle your business litigation matters.
Sometimes the worst part of being injured through negligence is feeling alone. Call us to become part of a team who is on your side.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz. By popular demand, our most successful sales event ever has been extended. My Toyota.
Get incredible lease payments, like Camry CE, now $249 a month on a 48-month lease with $1748 due at signing. Lease a restyled Corolla Sport for $199 a month for 48 months with $1698 due at signing. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. But only for a limited time.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
It's 7-6. As you take a look at some of the local fans over here with those, I don't know where they're going to go swimming with those things here in an arena, but we'll see what happens.
Well, that's what you see at the NBA ball games, into the court when they start waving them, and I think they just kind of took something from Southwest Florida Pool Company somewhere and made them work.
One of our guys, Jim Kern, over there waving that big purple stick. So here we go. It's 7-6. The Sea Dragons up by 1, 6:13 to go in the first quarter. Comes back over to Patterson. He goes baseline, and he can't get it by, but Weidman comes up with the rebound. No go, but with a foul underneath. Going to be called against Franklin Paul. That's his first one on the night. And going to the free throw line will be 6'10" Tom Weidman out of Clemson, shooting 58% from the charity stripe.
You know, we spoke a little bit at the break that there's just not a lot of energy out on the court, and it's just there's some enthusiasm, some energy, but you just don't see it. And it's kind of from both teams right now. And I think when you probably get maybe a few substitutions in the basketball game, unless either the players on the court for the Sea Dragons or for Dodge City pick it up a little bit, I think maybe the substitution patterns that the coaches use tonight will be important for their particular basketball team, whether it be Dodge City or Florida, to kind of give them that uplift movement that both these teams are missing right now.
Weidman goes 0 for 2. Now with the basketball, Leon Derricks. Derricks loses it out of bounds, but they say it's going to be Sea Dragon basketball. Look at Tom Weidman. You take a look over. He better be careful, Kent Davison, because he's already got one tee. He's a pretty active guy over there on the sideline. Rick Barry standing over here saying the same thing. What's going on? Meantime, referee Lenny Watson, you look at Clifford Ray and Rick Barry, you see Rick putting his palms up toward the sky saying, I don't quite understand. But nonetheless, we're back to action. 5:43 to go. Boy, that one from downtown just beating the shot clock was Leon Derricks, and it was no good. 7-6. The Sea Dragons up by 1. The Sea Dragons haven't scored in about 4 minutes. Kelvin Price gets one in off the glass. That's his fourth of the night, and Dodge City takes the lead 8-7. Michael Lewis with a rock. Drives baseline, tries to go inside, can't get it to go. Out to Franklin Paul. His shot no good. Andre Perry rips it down and puts it up and in.
Thank goodness for Andre Perry. And we can say that for the last number of ball games.
Well, he had 18 boards last night, Terry, 20 points. And he's already got 4 or 5 rebounds here tonight. Weidman's shot no go. Comes back out to Patterson. Patterson dishes it back off to Artie Griffin for 3. And it's an 11-9 basketball game. The Legend out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons with 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. Lewis has it swiped away. On the drive, that time is Hancock, and Hancock is fouled. Going to go against Big Dre, Andre Reed. That's his first of the night. Stepping to the free throw line, Darren Hancock, 6'7" out of Kansas.
Well, a lackadaisical pass and a lackadaisical meeting the basketball. Both Michael and Andre have got to be a little bit more fine-tuned on making the good pass and making the good catch. When you see it happen from both players, Joe, that's the result.
Well, you can see they're using those, what do you call them, swim tubes, whatever you want to call them back there. Noodles are trying to get them going. Hancock gets the first one. He gets the second one as well, so give him 6 so far tonight, and it's 13-9, a 4-point lead. For the Dodge City Legend over the Florida Sea Dragons. Florida led early, but has not scored in quite some time. Leon Derricks, pressured by Weidman. Leon on the drive, has it swatted down by Darren Hancock. Here comes the Legend. Patterson goes inside to Artie Griffin. Griffin being pressured now by Franklin Paul on the outside. Now Andre Reed. They got a mismatch inside. It goes down deep to Weidman. Weidman has it batted away by Leon Derricks. Michael Lewis with the basketball. Lewis tried to dish it inside, but Patterson knocked it out. It'll still be Sea Dragon basketball, and coming into the game for Florida, Wayne Copeland, number 10, 6 foot out of Lynn University. He'll replace Michael Lewis with 3:43 to go in this first quarter. It is the Dodge City Legend 13 and the Florida Sea Dragons 9. Back out to Franklin Paul. Over to Copeland now. Copeland averaging 3.9 points per game. Inside to Andre Reed. Back over here to Leon Derricks. Dumps it inside to Perry. And Perry on the slam. Heads up that time. Take a look over here at Rick Barry talking to Michael Lewis, telling him exactly what he wants Michael to be doing. It's 13-11, a 2-point lead now for the Legend over the Sea Dragons. Weidman back out to Patterson. Patterson up over the top, no go, and Perry comes down with a rebound over to Copeland. Wayne Copeland to Leon Derricks. They're moving the ball around pretty well. Franklin Paul to Copeland. Wayne says, let's move over this way, guys. Let's set this up, set that up. Earl Ike getting ready to check into the basketball game. It goes to Andre Perry. His shot no go. Comes back to Perry. And you see Leon Derricks look down, making sure he wasn't backcourt. Andre Reed against Weidman. He goes off the glass and gets it to go. That's 4 on the night now for Andre Reed. And we're all tied, 13-13, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Tyson Patterson. He goes back door and knocked out of bounds by Andre Reed. Boy, he ran right by Wayne Copeland that time. Coming into the game now will be Earl Ike. Ike, 6'9", out of Montevallo College in Alabama. We've got a timeout on the floor. 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's 13-13. We'll come back as you look at the Dragonettes running on the hardwood right after this.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore is authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000 through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
He's got a whole new approach to the bench.
You don't look like Richard Gere, but she's trying to make you sound like the American Gigolo.
Judge Mathis.
I'm not a freak or anything, but I need to know the facts. I'm a judge. I'm not one of your boys on the corner you drink a 40-ounce with. Save this act for Las Vegas.
Nobody slams a gavel.
What you stealing this woman's underwear for? You some kind of freak?
Like Judge Mathis.
Weekdays at 11 a.m. on WeView TV.
Tired of high car prices?
Want an affordable quality car?
You can buy a 2000 Kia Sophia starting at only $89.90 at Morandi Kia.
The new Sophia comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and gets 32 miles to the gallon.
You don't need a gold card to get credit at Morandi Kia.
And be sure to check out the new Kia Spectra.
It's sporty and fun to drive.
You just can't beat the deals at Morandi Kia. At Morandi, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of Naples Airport on Airport Road.
It's 13-13. We're all tied. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Sea Dragons basketball on WeView Sports. Darren Hancock has the rock, being pressured by Copeland. Back outside now to Artie Griffin. And Griffin gets around Franklin Paul, but a shot no go. And who comes down with a rebound? But Perry over to Franklin Paul, the left-hander off the glass. 4 on the night now for Franklin Paul. And the Sea Dragons have regained the lead, 15-13 with 1:48 to go in the first quarter. Down inside and dishing it back. That time, Kevin Price. It may be just one pass too many as he tried to get it over to Tom Wideman.
Well,
look at Clifford Ray.
We're now starting to come with that little scheme we talked about in the shoot-around today, and I'm surprised we didn't go to that a little bit earlier in a basketball game. In other words, double-teaming the people who are going to make the decisions. Get it out of their hands, get it in someone else's hands. That being Hancock and that being Patterson.
Andre Perry can't quite control it, loses it. He thought he might have been fouled, but no call by the officials. Griffin. Now it comes back out to Wideman. Wideman shot no good. Andre Perry with the rebound. Over to Copeland, 1:10 to go. That one's stolen by Wideman. He gets it over to Tyson Patterson, a little guy out of Appalachian State. Over here to Artie Griffin. Griffin to Wideman. Now it's Patterson. They dump it down inside to Kelvin Price. Back out to Patterson. Good ball movement by the Dodge City legend. That is Darren Hancock. Can't get it to go, and Copeland comes down with a rebound. 44 seconds to go into the first quarter. 15-13. The Sea Dragons up by 2. He's double-teamed as Wayne Copeland gets it out to Perry. Over to Leon Derricks. His shot no go. Wideman with the rebound. Patterson inside to Price. And Price gets it back over to Artie Griffin for 3. That's his second 3 of the night. And it is 16-15. The legend out ahead of the Sea Dragons with just 18 seconds to go in this first quarter. Andre Perry trying to back him in. Stops, pops, no go. Earlite can't get the rebound. 9 seconds remaining. Patterson with the basketball here in the first quarter. His team up 16-15. And Patterson is going to be fouled. They're going to call it against Wayne Copeland. That'll be Wayne's first. Lenny Watson making the call. Going to the free throw line will be Tyson Patterson. This will be his first trip here tonight. Just 1 second to go.
Well, we're going to see the call come from a push, but we might have had 1, 2 travel with the travel agency.
AAA travel. Huh?
AAA travel. I think the push might have occurred, but the push occurred early in the travel phase.
Patterson gets his first point of the night.
I think it all boils down to the fact, though, that Andre Perry did not know how much time was left in the quarter. Took the shot when we should have ran the shot clock down, and we didn't run it down.
Patterson misses the second one. Perry just fires it up, no go. And Artie Griffin says, I got it. I'll give it to you, Mr. Official. So we played one here at the Tico Arena. It's the Florida Sea Dragons trailing by 2. Dodge City 17, the Sea Dragons 15. We'll have more Sea Dragon basketball for you right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1-week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free 1-week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold. Call now.
The thing about hot weather is humidity. It's so sticky. You stick to yourself. At Amana, they got it down cold with their air conditioners. They can pull gallons more water out of the air than older ACs. Amana builds them better than they have to. The clincher, they're cost-efficient money savers. Big time. You can stay cool, dry, and save money. Call them.
We're the cool guys. Air conditioning by We Gold.
On the next
Judge Mathis.
You got a lot of clearing up to do.
A man's best friend turns into a real dog.
I would not hit on Daryl's wife.
While I'm out the front door, he's trying to come through the back door.
Did you do any of this low-down, sneaky, backstabbing? I can't even remember what I said, if I said anything. Don't come in here playing crazy. The guy who hit on his friend's wife might lie about it all.
On the next Judge Mathis.
Monday morning at 11 on WeView TV.
A shocking confession.
He got off about 50 rounds and he shot 24 kids.
A haunting reminder.
I'm too angry at him for changing my life.
A terrified victim.
I promised him anything if he would let me go.
Go inside the mind of a murderer to hear what made these people commit their unspeakable crimes.
If he wanted to die so badly, how come he didn't just kill himself?
In a killer's own words on the next Lisa.
Monday at 1 on WeView TV.
We get ready for second quarter action. Dodge City 17, Florida 15. Sea Dragons basketball here, coming to you on WeView Sports in the Tico Arena.
Not a lot of offensive production. We talked about earlier how there wasn't a lot of energy and enthusiasm out on the court, and I think that carried over the way both teams played in that first quarter. It's going to be which team finds that energy and that enthusiasm. Illegal defense.
They're going to call illegal defense against the Sea Dragons.
Toshiro.
With Toshiro, Germany in the game now.
It's going to be whichever team, Joe, finds that energy and that enthusiasm the quickest. Because I think the team is going to get out ahead and really make it very difficult for the opposing team to get back in the basketball game, because neither team has it tonight.
Marshall Phillips in the game now, also from Appalachian State. And they're going to call a foul against Wayne Copeland. That's his second of the night. The team's first here in the second quarter. You're looking at Marshall Phillips, 6'6" out of Appalachian State, averaging 12 points per game. Goes over to Artie Griffin, being guarded now by Kiwamata King in the game now, and Griffin gets by King, and King hits him with a foul. It's going to go against number 9, Kiwamata King, 6'4" out of Chadron State, Nebraska. How does a youngster out of the Bahamas get to go to college in Nebraska?
Pretty good recruiter. I think if I was recruiting, I would go to the Bahamas to try to find a player.
There might be some good ones over there. That was on number 9. So stepping to the free throw line now will be Artie Griffin. That first one is no good. I tell you what, those Noodles are doing a job down here on this end, as they've only made 3 free throws. Once again, Artie Griffin. That one goes through. So he has 7 points on the night. It's 18-15. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons here. We're just underway in the second quarter. 11:20 to go. Toshiro, Germany is grabbed in there by number 15. That'll go against Marshall Phillips.
Now, Toshiro and I talked today in the shoot-around. We talked a little bit tonight about the importance of him stepping up to the foul line and working on that aspect of his game. And let's see if Toshiro does that.
You look at Rick Barry talking with Copeland. He only shoots 58%, but he gets that one to go. So maybe your chat worked, Terry.
If he bends the knees and makes it a continuous motion and goes forward.
He's got 2 out of 2. 18-17, a 1-point lead for the Legend over the Sea Dragons. Down inside, Patterson, the little guy. No go. Earl Ike, intimidate him. It comes back to Wayne Copeland. Copeland has the rock over to Kiwamata King. Now it's Toshiro on the drive, off the glass and in. 4 now for Toshiro, and the Sea Dragons have regained the lead, 19-18. What are we going to have here? There's going to be another foul. We'll see who Lenny Watson. That foul.
They call it Andre Perry. They called the foul on Andre Perry, and I'm not sure if Andre fouled him or not. Andre was just kind of backing away. Yeah, he got him on the arm.
He got him good on that replay, thanks to great work by Jamie Stoddard underneath. That free throw is good by Marshall Phillips. 19-19. We're all tied.
It's amazing what it takes a replay for us to see that the official sees as it happens.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's 2 on the night now for Phillips.
I never admitted that when I was in the coaching box.
20-19, the Legend back up by 1 over the Sea Dragons. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Kiwamata tries to go off the glass, can't get the roll, but Andre Perry and calls timeout. Andre Perry knew he was going to be called for traveling, and he called timeout as he was going down to the floor.
I tell you what, I think he called timeout. I think it was the right call, but I don't know what's going to happen here because you got 2 officials who are pretty convinced.
Yeah, they're going to say no go. Frank Raposo and Lenny Watson. Take a look. As he goes down, he tries to call timeout. See, he's sliding over there, and of course that would be a traveling violation. You look at Rick Barry. Rick Barry says that's okay, that's the way to go. Rick is saying that, Andre, you made the right call, you did the right thing. You look at Coach Kent Davison over there doing a little work with the towel. The official says, wait a minute, come back here and do a little more, Coach.
We have 2 floor sweepers there, I think, are quite unsure of,
they're a little bit timid
of exactly what their job description is.
They'll have some training sessions. You look at Andre Perry right there, the big guy, 6'6" out of Alabama, leading the league, the league's leading rebounder. He's averaging 11 per game, and he got 18 last night. He must be, he almost be double figures here tonight.
Well, it's kept this team in the upbeat mode for like the last 6 or 7 basketball games. We have to find some other players tonight that are going to get as much enthusiasm as Andre Perry has been playing with.
20-19, the Legend out ahead. That one from downtown hits for 3, I do believe, by Marshall Phillips. Now they only gave him 2. And on the jam was Perry, but he couldn't get it to go. He was fouled by number 52. Kelvin Price. That is his first. Kelvin 6'9" of North Carolina, Charlotte. 22-19.
They did call the last basket by Dodge City a 2-pointer.
2-pointer, right. On the free throw line is Andre Perry. He gets the first one to go, the 7th. Take a look now. I'll watch his feet. See his feet? Well, he's outside the line.
Could be. We don't know how big his toes are.
Yeah. Now here comes the second one by Andre Perry. That one is good as well. Give him 8 on the night. And it's 21-22. The Sea Dragons trailing by 1. 9:54 to go in this first half. Losing control and dropping the ball out of bounds is number 33, Darren Hancock. Copeland helps him up. Now we've got another swab jockey over there. These young kids, got to be a big thrill for these young kids, though, Terry, to be able to, participate in the game. 9:45 to go inside to Toshiro. Toshiro muscles it up and in. 6 now for Toshiro, 23-22. The Sea Dragons take the lead once again with 9:30 to go in this first half. Marshall Phillips. Marshall Phillips gets it to roll.
This is a tough matchup for us.
Foul charge to Andre Perry. That's his second.
Well, here's a tough matchup. Toshiro's out on the court guarding 22 feet away from the basket and gets beaten. And Phillips takes the ball to the basket and picks up the foul. The thing that we're concerned with is that's Andre Perry's second foul. If Andre Perry gets in foul trouble, as much energy as he's been bringing to this basketball team, rebounding the basketball, offensively and defensively, we could be in a world of hurt without Andre in the basketball game.
7 points all in the second quarter for Phillips. There's a steal now for the Legend. Patterson. Phillips gets it down in the corner to Artie Griffin. His shot no good. Kiwamata King comes down with a rebound. That's Wayne Copeland with it now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. And Copeland has it stolen away, that time by Phillips. Again, a lackadaisical pass. Darren Hancock. They get it down in the corner to Hancock once again. And we're going to have a foul. They're going to call a push against Toshiro, Germany. That's his first foul. Michael Lewis getting ready to check into the game. 8 minutes, and you can see Rick Barry and Clifford Ray not happy about that one. 8:40 to go here in the first half. It's 25-23. The Legend out ahead of the Sea Dragons. On the line for two is Darren Hancock, a 68% shooter. He is 2 out of 2, 1 out of 1 so far here tonight. Gets that one to go. (26-23). See whether Hancock can get this one in. That one goes as well. So give him 8 on the night. And it's 27-23, a 4-point lead now for Dodge City over the Florida Sea Dragons with 8:30 to go here in the first half. Michael Lewis back into the game. Kiwamata King from downtown. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Darren Hancock. They get it up ahead to Kelvin Price. Price still with the basketball. Trying to drive.
Offensive foul.
And they're going to call offensive foul that time against number 52, Kelvin Price. That's his second of the night, coming back into the game. Tom Weidman, the big 6'10" center out of Clemson.
Well, you're going to see his left arm as he gets by Toshiro reach in and right there grab him and hook him. And they just won't let you do that in professional basketball most times.
Michael Lewis. He has the rock now, being guarded by Patterson. Goes inside to Perry. And Lenny Watson says illegal defense being called against the Legend. And head coach Kent Davison doesn't like it. He says, wait a minute now, my guy can go here, he can go there.
You know, speaking with Coach Davison, when I was assistant coach at Indiana State University, he was assistant coach at Wichita State. We played against each other in Missouri Valley, and we had some great basketball games against each other.
Michael Lewis, his team trailing by 4, 27-23. Lewis on the drive, and he's going to be fouled.
They had players such as Antoine Carr and Cliff Livingston, and players who went on and played in the NBA, and Antoine won a couple championships with the Bulls.
Stepping to the free throw line will be Michael Lewis. Michael, 1 out of 1 so far tonight. That's just his second point of the evening. Entering the basketball game is Dante Mathis, 6'3" out of Southwest Texas State for the Legend. Lewis, second shot up and in. So he has 3 points, all from the free throw line. And it's a 2-point lead for the Dodge City Legends.
We're
oh boy, there you go. There's the third one. Pat Randolph. Pat Randolph on the call. And boy, nobody likes that. Rick Barry just looking at him. And you see Andre. Darren Hancock now. Hancock, 3 out of 3 so far tonight from the free throw line. 4 out of 4. Makes that one.
Well, we're going to watch this replay, and Andre feels he got all the basketball. He got all the basketball. That was all basketball.
Nonetheless, on the free throw line is Darren Hancock. 28-25. His team up by 3. That one no go. Earlite comes down with a rebound. Over to Michael. Michael Lewis out of Indiana, the all-time assist leader at Indiana University. and the leading high school scorer in Indiana history. That one by Toshiro, Germany. So give Toshiro 8 on the night now. 28-27. The Sea Dragons trailing by 1 with 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this first half. And the basket is going to count. It's going to go by Artie Griffin, and the foul is going to go against Earl Ice.
The leading scorer in Indiana high school history is Damon Bailey. Michael led the state in scoring his senior year. Both players going to IU. Damon Bailey played at Bedford North Lawrence, which is just up the road from Jasper.
Well, you know all about those places up there in Indiana, don't you? That one good by Artie Griffin. He has 10 now. 30-28. With the basketball. I have 30-28 on my scorecard. We'll see what they have. That one no good by Marshall Phillips. And we have a timeout with 6 minutes, 51 seconds to go in this first half. The Legend 30, the Florida Sea Dragons 28. We'll come back right after this.
Miranda Kia is the #1 Kia dealership in Southern Florida.
Over 200 Kias in inventory.
Deals? How about up to $3,000 cash back or...
New 2000 Kia Sophias for $0 down and only $159 a month.
New 2000 Kia Sportages for $0 down and only $229 a month.
All credit applications will be processed.
At Miranda, you don't need a gold card to get easy Kia credit.
So hurry in now. At Miranda, the fun begins here.
Half-mile south of the Naples Airport on Airport Road.
If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shellcat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursions, 642-6400.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000 through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
It's 31-27, Dodge City ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons here in the first half. As you look at Clifford Ray talking to Leon Derricks.
You know, as we spoke earlier in the first quarter and then someone here in the second quarter, kind of waiting to see which team's going to really come out and show some energy and some enthusiasm and maybe get themselves on a little bit of a run. Neither team has done that. I don't think it's because of the defense of the other team or the offensive inefficiency of either team. I just don't see a lot of energy coming from either team out on this basketball court tonight. And the team who finds it first, as I said before, is going to have a big advantage.
Take a look at some of the crowd here in the Tico Arena. 6 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the first half. Well, you're right, Terry. If you look at it, there's only 31 points for Dodge City and 27 for the Sea Dragons.
Well, I can live with that as a coach because I can always convince myself that I'm holding the team down to 30 points and we're just not playing well offensively. I don't think that's the case in point, being honest about it. But if I was sitting on the bench over there, I'd probably convince myself of that.
Kiwamata King drains 1 for 2. His first 2 of the night. 31-29. The Sea Dragons trailing by 2. They dump it down inside to Hancock. Now it comes back out. Weidman with it, gets it over here to Artie Griffin. No go, and we got foul called underneath. It's going to go against Michael Lewis. Clifford Ray doesn't like that at all. That's the second of the night against Michael Lewis. You take a look at him. Look at Clifford. He says, wait a minute now. What's my guy supposed to do?
What he's saying is he can't block him out.
Frank Raposo disagrees. He's the one who made the call. Darren Hancock now. 5 out of 6 so far tonight. That one up and in. He has 10 points, shoots 68% from the free throw line. 32-29. Hancock. Once again, 6-7 out of Kansas. This one is up, good as well. So give him 11. And his team once again leads by 4, 33-29. The Legend out ahead of the Sea Dragons. Michael Lewis to Kiwamata, and it's batted out of the air by Darren Hancock. Back comes Dodge City. Artie Griffin. Now it goes over on the far side to Hancock. His shot up and in. Darren Hancock with 13 on the night. 35-29. It's a 6-point lead now with 5:40 to go here in this first half. And they're going to call an offensive foul against Toshiro, Germany.
I think that was a little bit of a flop.
Nonetheless, it turns the ball over. Well, we've heard of the Fosbury flop, but that's the first time.
I like to look at the count here the next time we get a break upon how many times they've been in the free throw line, how many times we've been in the free throw line, plus the foul count. And 10-1 is probably back to the same situation it was last night.
Goes out of bounds.
We'll see this a little bit of a flop. I mean, Toshiro's got the basketball. You know, the feet are moving.
A little bit of a shot. Terry, we've been to the free throw line 7 times. They have been 5, 13, 15, 18 times.
Again, same situation we had last night. I don't think it's because we're not being real aggressive with the basketball. We're not selling the call.
Arthur Davis can't get it to go. Kiwamata King misses as well. Here they come. Artie Griffin slips, but he gets it over to Darren Hancock. Hancock now with 15 points this evening, and it's 37-29. An 8-point lead for the Dodge City Legend with 4 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Andre Reed here in the first half gets it over to Franklin Paul, and we've got another foul call. Going to be called against number 34. That is Tom Weidman. That's his first. The big guy, 6'10" out of Clemson. Kiwamata King holding
we
up.
got an advantage right here. If we get the ball on bounds, we've got one Kansas player has no idea what's going on.
Artie Griffin.
Or Dodge City, I should say.
Going the wrong way. Franklin Paul can't get it to go. Andre Reed swipes it away, gets it back to Michael Lewis. Michael on the drive, puts it off the glass and in. 5 now for Michael Lewis. 37-31. Here's the steal by Arthur Davis. Davis over to Kiwamata King, off the glass and in.
22nd timeout taken by Dodge City. It's the first time we've had a little bit of that energy tonight. They're going to try to slow it down a little bit here by using a 20-second timeout and take away that energy.
37-33. The Florida Sea Dragons basketball camp coming up, the inaugural session, July 10th through the 14th at Evangelical Christian School, $150 per camper. And Terry, it promises to be an exciting week for these youngsters.
Well, again, it's something that the Sea Dragons want to do for the youngsters in Southwest Florida. We've had great fan support this year. We're looking forward to conducting this basketball camp. It's a day camp. It goes from 9 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, and it goes for 5 days, Monday through Friday. It's a great camp. I'm looking forward to helping Billy Dreer be the co-director of it. I've done a lot of camps, probably too many camps. I'm getting too old, but it's a fun week. It's a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and it's basically a fundamental camp where we teach basketball.
Just remember one thing, though, Terry. Okay, we don't get too old. We get better. Here we go. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this first half. 37-33. The Dodge City Legend up by 4 over the Florida Sea Dragons. Franklin Paul on the steal. Back to Lewis. Back to Franklin.
Oh, he got fouled.
And no whistle. No
we got fouled.
Here it comes now. That's Hancock. Gets it over to Griffin. Griffin hops from the paint and gets it to drop 17 points for Darren Hancock. And on the steal that time was Mathis. He gets his first 2 of the night. And Rick Barry can't believe it. 41-33.
Well, there's a lackadaisical play on Franklin Paul's part. Andre inbounded the ball to Franklin, which he should have done, and Franklin just takes it and throws it right back to Michael and wasn't paying attention where the defender was.
Kiwamata King puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
Well, we're going to take a look at this fast break opportunity. Franklin comes up with a great steal. He gives it up to Michael. Michael gives it right back to Franklin without putting the ball on the floor. Franklin attacks the basket. Most of the time you're going to get that call when you have yourself going to the basket. Didn't get it. They come down. They score 4 points on us in about 5 seconds.
Kiwamata King puts that one in.
So
that was his first free throw.
It goes from what could be a 33-37. We score 37-35 to a 41-33 deficit. Now it's 41-35, but we had almost a 6-point swing there in a very, very short period of time.
Loose basketball comes up by Weidman. He gets it back over to Hancock. Hancock, 17 points so far tonight, has it swatted away by Kiwamata.
Take this thing hard.
Franklin Paul.
Just take it to the hole.
Franklin Paul on the finger roll, and it goes.
If they're not going to give you the call, you've got to go make the call happen. You can't just be passive. If you're not going to get the call, that was a good job by Franklin. This time, I'm going to take it there, and I'm either going to get it or I'm going to score.
41-37, the Legend up by 4. 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the first half. Comes back out to Weidman. He doesn't want it, gives it over to Griffin. Griffin's shot no go. Rebound fought for, and they say it's going to be Florida Sea Dragon basketball. And we have a timeout taken by Dodge City. 2 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first half. 41-37, Dodge City ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back right after this.
Our biggest sales event of the year has been officially extended. It's your chance to lease a new 4Runner for $299 for 48 months with $17.98 due at signing. Go anywhere, do anything with 4Runner's class-leading ground clearance. Plus, get more payload and towing capacity than Ford Explorer. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. Your $299 a month 4Runner is waiting.
Rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
You see the score, 41-37, Dodge City out ahead by 4. 2 minutes, 39 seconds to go here in the first half. Sea Dragon basketball being brought to you on WeView Sports. Joe Klimas along with Terry Thimley.
You know, the way this game is going here in the first almost 2 quarters, it's probably going to be a basketball game that's going to go down to the finish because I don't see either team, unless something happens by a few players on the court, to make this thing go the other way.
Michael Lewis on an acrobatic move. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled. It's going to go against number 15, Marshall Phillips, out of Appalachian State. That is his second foul. So Michael Lewis, who's 3 out of 3 so far here tonight, on the free throw line, gets 2. That one goes. As we told you, Michael's shooting 85%, the leading free throw shooter here for the Florida Sea Dragons. He gets them both. That's 7 on the night now for Michael. 41-39, so it's back to a 2-point contest. The Legend up by 2. They dump it down inside to Phillips. Phillips working against Kiwamata, double team now. Comes back out to Griffin. Over to Mathis. Mathis drives against Davis. And no, it's an offensive foul going to be called against Dante Mathis.
First time I've seen a little bit of energy on the defensive end tonight. We double teamed. We kept the double team on. We did a good job with the double team. We made 2 different rotations to pick up the offensive players. We even got help after the dribble penetration when Kiwamata came over and took the charge.
2 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the first half. Michael Lewis with a rock. Back out to Kiwamata, and Kiwamata just get knocked off the basketball that time by Artie Griffin. And here Franklin Paul comes back up with it. It's 3-on-2. Back to Franklin for the slam-a-jamma. Franklin Paul from Arthur Davis. And we're all tied, 41-41, with 1 minute, 40 seconds to go here in the
nice
first half.
Pass by Arthur. Didn't put the ball on the floor. Gave it up. Went and finished the thing strong. That way, if you're not going to get the call, you're going to get the 2 points.
130.
Oh, great hustle.
Knocked away by Franklin Paul, picked up by Michael Lewis.
Great pass.
Inside Andre Reed, and Andre puts it through. 6 on the night for Andre Reed.
Well, I tell you,
43-41 the Sea Dragons.
2 good defensive plays and finishing it up with dunks do not get you excited. There's not much left to get you excited.
1:05 to go in the first half. Phillips on the drive. It goes. Foul's going to be charged on number 52, Andre Reed. That is his second. Take a look here, Terry.
We're going to take a look right at the ball's loose on the floor. We pick it up, do a good job running the lanes. No dribble by Arthur. Finished by Franklin.
Phillips shooting 68% from the free throw line. 3 out of 3 so far tonight. He's out of Appalachian State. Gets that one to go. So give him 10 points this evening. His ball club up now 44-43. Michael Lewis stops, pops from the baseline. Can't get it to drop. We're inside a minute to go here in the first half. The Legend up by 1. They drop it down inside to Wyman. He has it blocked by Andre Reed. Gets it over to Michael Lewis. Still has the rock. Over to Kiwamata. Kiwamata stops. He puts one up from downtown. Air ball. He said, I got hit. Officials say, no, you didn't.
But that's not what you want, Joe. I mean, we got into no offense. Coaches are hollering for pick and roll. We don't get in the pick and roll. We get an outside jumper.
Rick Barry is just sitting there shaking his head. 18 seconds. 44-43. The Legend up by 1 over the Florida Sea Dragons. That's Marshall Phillips. Actually, Artie Griffin. Griffin gets it back to Phillips, trying to beat the shot clock. Can't get it to go. 3 seconds left in the first half. 44-43. The Legend out ahead of the Sea Dragons. We've got 3 seconds to go here in the half. Terry Pimlett will be talking with head coach Rick Barry at halftime. We'll also have an interview with assistant coach Clifford Ray. Ray, who is leaving to join the Golden State Warriors, and Arthur Davis can't get it to go. So we played the first half here. The score, the Dodge City Legend 44, the Florida Sea Dragons 43. It's been an interesting first half here in the Tico Arena. One that went back and forth, back and forth. A big spurt, a late spurt by the Florida Sea Dragons basically got them back into this basketball game. They trail by just 1, 44-43. We'll go now to Terry Pimlett and head coach Rick Barry.
Coach, not a lot of energy by, I think, either team in the first probably 12 to 18 minutes of the basketball game. Finally, we picked up a little bit of energy and got some transition baskets, which we weren't getting earlier in the basketball game. What do you tell this team at halftime to find that energy in the fire? I mean, we didn't have it there for a while, and neither did they.
Well, yeah, I think both teams are a little bit sloppy. I thought we played pretty good defense in the first period. I mean, they didn't score a whole lot of points. Our offense was just killing us. And then we just did silly things with the basketball. I mean, we made silly turnovers and really hurt us, especially in the second period. But we finally turned it on and then went to a smaller lineup, and the smaller lineup was a little bit quicker, a little bit more aggressive. And I thought we did a reasonably good job other than our turnovers. if we play with that kind of energy and enthusiasm, we'll be all right. I mean, we just didn't make shots. We didn't have any real flow and continuity to our offense. And we didn't have a lot of patience with our offense.
But thank God the defense was there at times. Otherwise, this game could have gotten away from us very early because we just weren't getting things done.
Yeah, well, almost did in the second period because our turnovers compounded problems. Even though we were playing good defense, when you turn it over and they're coming down the lane and in the other end, that's going to hurt you. I thought we had a tough break when we got it down to 4, and Frank went in and looked like he got fouled. And we come down and score, and then we throw the ball away in an inbounds, and now it's back to 8 again when it could have been down to 1. But we fortunately fought back. You know, we got the lead, and we're right in the basketball game. So I'm just happy to be where we are because I don't think we played a particularly good first half, and to only be trailing by 1 with as horribly as we played offensively, you know, I'll take it right now.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. Joe, back to you.
It's 44-43. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons at halftime. We'll come back right after this.
So, any names yet? Well, Tom's mother's name is...
Pancakes? They're huge. They make me want to dribble.
He can shoot, too. Oh, yeah, he's got this movie called
Cinnamon Swirl Slam. Or what are those?
Those are skillets for breakfast. Sausage supreme, sunrise nachos.
Great. I could also use
New
it.
perfume. Mm-hmm. This smells like...
Bacon, fresh ground coffee.
And do you have Sweet Lovin'? That was their big hit, man. That was it. I love that,
I forgot all about that. I haven't heard that in years.
That's it.
DIG technology chips. Great buy. Good.
Big tech chips. Huh. At SunTrust, our advisors believe investing should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
Big tech chips. Buy now.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
They're from the Almighty.
Blasphemy! The survivors discover an ancient culture.
Could you just tell us where we are?
The promised land.
Now,
The fierce ones have taken the child captive. We must act!
with one life hanging in the balance,
We mean to kill you.
are they friend
We cannot save you.
or foe? On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving Naples, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and all of Southwest Florida.
We're here with Clifford Ray, the assistant coach of the Florida Sea Dragons. And Clifford, it came out this past week that you have signed a contract. You're going to be moving on to the NBA, being assistant coach out there with the Golden State Warriors. What was it in the back of your mind that made you accept that offer?
Well, one of the things is this way I played and won world championship. So I thought as a coach, you ought to always try to accept challenges. And one of the challenges would be, it would just be a great feeling for me as a person and as a coach to be able to go back to a team that I won a world championship with and make a contribution with Dave Cowens to bring the program back to where we would like it to be at.
It's going to be an interesting move. You're moving from Rick Barry to Dave Cowens.
Well, I know both of them, and, Rick's a lot more fiery, and Dave, he's a little bit more laid back, but, Dave's fiery too. He has he wants to win. He's very competitive, and, he's sincere about trying to rebuild the program, and they are sincere about it, and I just hope that we can make it happen.
You're going to be leaving Rick Barry, a gentleman whom you have been associated with over many, many years as a player, as a coach, and any special feelings about that?
Well, Rick and I, we are, the best of friends, and, he's looked out for me all my life, even from when I first came to Golden State, and even up until today. So our friendship and everything is always intact, and, I'm like, feel like he's a family member, and he vice versa, he feels the same. So, we was even talking about how, that we was going to sell the Golden State Warriors to let all the 5 of their young players who need to play come and play here next year, and that way I could come and work with him if he got the job again. So, you know, we was planning all kinds of things, you know, and it's, you know, it wasn't a far-fetched idea because I thought it would be an excellent thing if you were an NBA team and a general manager and you really wanted to put your player in playing game scenarios. This would probably be as good as anything.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much. And like I said, you know, this has been a great experience for me to be here in Fort Myers. And the people here are wonderful, and I just want to thank everybody for making me feel at home here. And I've learned one thing, and this is one of the places I'd like to come and live.
Well, we thank you.
Thank you, too.
It's halftime, 44-43. The Dodge City Legend out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back, take a look at the halftime statistics right after this.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go.
Say, Lisa, how'd you get started as bartending?
Well, Bob, I went to National Bartender School where they taught me how to make all your favorite drinks and how to make all the big tips. Seriously, Bob, they helped me get this great job.
National Bartender School makes it easy. With job placement assistance, you'll be working as a bartender in just 2 weeks. Having fun, making good money, and meeting new people. Work your own hours, earn extra money, or start a full-time career. Call National Bartender School at 334-6300.
It wasn't easy for Lakeisha Rivers to get where she is today. She worked hard and excelled in school, yet her chances of going to college were uncertain. Fortunately, Lakeisha was awarded a Bright Future Scholarship funded by the Florida Lottery, and her dream of graduating from Florida International University became a reality. With the help of Bright Future Scholarships, many young people like Lakeisha, who have so much to give, will shine even brighter.
I'm about to graduate. I wonder what I should do.
Secure your high-paying future at the Cape Coral Beauty School, a full-service salon at beauty school prices. Get hands-on experience from state-licensed instructors at a nationally accredited school that boasts a 97% placement rating. Financial aid is available.
Now I know what I'm going to do with my future.
Call Helene today at 549-1819.
We both know there's more to making it than what happens on the court.
The game is tough. The streets are tougher. Dwayne Martin and Tupac Shakur in a story about making it to the top and knowing what's right.
Now, I don't care if you don't believe in me. I'm going to make it anyway.
What is that going to do? Above the rim.
The Florida Sea Dragons are breathing fire into the USBL in their inaugural season. Even if you can't make it to Tico Arena to catch Coach Rick Barry and the Sea Dragons in action, WeView TV gives you a front row seat to all the home games. Saturday night, June 24th at 7:30. Watch your Florida Sea Dragons take on the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs. Exclusively on your home for Sea Dragons basketball, WeView TV.
You're thinking that it's perfectly acceptable that a father would strike his own son with a steel chair.
Watching the two of you is like watching a bad soap opera.
I can't believe it!
You look like a cheap... Why don't the two of you just book yourselves on the Jerry Springer Show and get it over with?
Daddy's back!
Why don't we make this a family affair?
It's halftime, 44-43. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. Let's take a look at the scoring here in the first half. For Dodge City, Mathis has 2. Tyson Patterson with 1. Marshall Phillips with 10. Darren Hancock has 17 on the night. Artie Griffin has 10. And Kelvin Price with 4. For the Florida Sea Dragons, Franklin Paul with 8. Kibamana King has 6. Michael Lewis, 7. Toshiro Germany, 8. Andre Perry, 8, and Andre Reed has 6. So there you have it, 44-43. The Florida Sea Dragons trailing the Dodge City Legend by 1. As we told you earlier, Dodge City has already clinched the Southern Division. They'll be in the playoffs, and also in the playoffs, because the top 8 teams in the league will be the Florida Sea Dragons. No matter what happens tonight, nor tomorrow night when the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs come to town. And Terry, you said you were in the locker room a little bit earlier and listened a little bit to Clifford Ray.
Well, you know, I went in the locker room and as I normally do a little bit at the halftime situation, and Clifford was making a very good point to this basketball team, saying, "Men, we have played together throughout the course of this basketball season. We have played 28 and a half basketball games. In one more half, you're going to play 29. And it's about time that we decide that we're going to play together as a team. We're going to have energy all the way down." And he used the word energy. We're going to have energy all the way down the line, and we're going to get after some people. If we don't make that decision, this season's going to come to an end, and I don't think all you guys want it to come to an end because you haven't really played to your potential for 48 minutes of basketball.
It's halftime, 44-43. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back with more exciting USBL action right after this.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
If you've been injured at work, call us to make sure you receive the benefits you deserve. The consultation is free.
Sometimes, persons who are injured due to negligence suffer with no apparent recourse. We can change that.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
By popular demand, our biggest sales event of the year has been extended.
My Toyota.
It's your...
And it interests me is that he does have, although he's worried about that third quarter, he's always worried unless he's got the win. He is willing to use his bench. He has enough confidence in these young players.
You know, watching the games that I've seen, I saw some of our games on the road on tape now since the team's been back. And speaking about the depth in watching our team and seeing some of the games on the road since the team's been back on tape is the fact that I think our bench, as far as the depth and talent, is far, far better than about everybody we played. We just have to play together when that bench comes into the ball game, and that's something that takes time to develop. And I think Coach Berry understands that. You know, he mentioned the fact that, you know, we've got a game again tomorrow, and that'll be 3 days in a row, and then we come back Wednesday, Thursday, then we go on a road swing where we play, you know,
the point is,
11
he
days.
was willing to go with a
I agree with you. I agree with
Garcia and Lakeisha McCullough, an experienced guard from North Carolina, has played in this league, is sitting down tonight's game. Which would indicate that he does have confidence in that bench.
Well, I don't want just that one individual. It's the fact that he has the confidence in the entire bench, and he's trying to develop that bench, and he's trying to make it the point when you got a lot of these games coming up in a row that, you know, fatigue sets in. When you play 48 minutes of basketball, you know, that's a long time. And last night we didn't play 48 minutes. We played 53 minutes, you know, and so that's something you have to develop and gain confidence in, and it just gives you a big added advantage as the season goes along because you've got injuries coming up. You know, on this level, you know, injuries are going to happen. It's not as we see it on a lower level, high school, junior high, college. Injuries happen.
Looking ahead, of course, to tomorrow night, he has another game to play up in Sarasota, and then he comes back on Wednesday, and he's got to play Kansas Cajuns. And that will be a tough game because they're the first team to beat them, and that was a close game.
Yeah.
And so there's some incentive there. Terry will have more here at halftime as soon as we take time out for these messages, with Florida leading Washington by a score of 42-28.
Support your local high school band. Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Hi, I'm Wilford Brimley for Liberty Medical. I'm a diabetic.
I know how serious this disease is, but I also know a way to help control it. Check your blood sugar and check it often. Liberty makes that easier. If you're 65 or over, on Medicare and diabetic, call Liberty right now. They're the country's largest Medicare mail-order diabetic testing supply company, and they make things simple. They bring your supplies right to your door. Then Liberty bills Medicare and your insurance company. That's right. No money up front and no more forms to fill out. Diabetes doesn't have to take over your life. Check your blood sugar. Check it often. See, there's just no reason not to. And call Liberty. They're professionals and they can help you live a better life.
For more information or free home delivery, call 1-800-524-7642.
Weeknights at 10, it's the Adventure Hour on WeView TV. Monday nights, take off with Pensacola Wings of Gold. On Tuesday, get a close-up look at wild animals on Wild Things. Wednesday, see how tough it is to survive a plane crash in the world's most dangerous jungle on Amazon. On Thursday, it's tough to get in, but even harder to get out of the Battle Dome. And on Friday, explore the worlds of the occult and the supernatural on Sci Factor. Weeknights at 10, it's WeView's Adventure Hour. It's an adrenaline rush just before bedtime.
We're back here. We're just about ready to start the second half with Florida leading 42-28 at halftime. Terry, do you have any statistics for us on this first half of play?
You know, Al, we're still working on that, and as soon as we get them back there, we'll get them to the people.
Well, it's, you know, I just as soon hear your impressions. Now, we've talked about the Florida team, but there is an opposition here tonight. And your view of what's happened with Washington.
Well, you know,
many opportunities, and they haven't. Like, for instance, their big shooter out there, the big man, has been missing repeatedly. Houston, he's been at the foul line, but he hasn't made many baskets.
Well, he picked up that second foul and had to go out early in that first quarter, and I think that took some of his game away from him. But you know, for a team that just has 8 players, they're doing a really good job as far as staying in this basketball game. Now, what remains to be seen is if you know, the number of players we play out of 12. You know, I looked on the bench right now, and as I look out there, I think everyone has gotten minutes off of our team, and you know, they played with 8 players, and we played with 12, and that I think will make a big difference as this game goes along. As long as we keep the tempo up and we keep the defensive pressure up.
Well, that is a part of the game, Terry. If you've got the bench, keep running them at them, fresh legs, and you can win. We'll be back with the start of the second half with Florida leading Washington at halftime 42-28 right after these messages.
Ever had trouble finding the one thing you need, like an important receipt or your bank card? Now you can find all your cards and receipts instantly with the amazing Magic Wallet. Is your wallet bursting at the seams? You need the Magic Wallet. The Magic Wallet is thin, compact, good-looking, and made of top-quality leather. But watch closely, because you're about to see what makes the Magic Wallet different than any other. Simply put your cash or a receipt inside and close the wallet, and presto, it's magically grabbed and held tight. The Magic Wallet instantly grabs parking stubs, business cards, credit card receipts, and more, so you'll know just where to find them. But that's not all. These outside pockets hold all your cards and driver's license conveniently and securely. And the Magic Wallet stays thin and streamlined. No other wallet can do this. It's magic.
Call or order on the web to receive the amazing Magic Wallet for just $14.95 and receive Auto Wallet, a $6.95 value, absolutely free. Or get 2 Magic Wallets for just $19.95. Call or order on the web at 800-524-7642.
UPN Wednesday. He can handle assessment. But can he handle?
Whoa, gorgeous.
Teenagers? Together, they can catch a killer.
Stop those girls!
If they don't kill each other first.
You girls need a spanking.
An all-new 7 Days. Then, she possesses awesome powers. Now, this former crew member
Intruder alert.
is back with a vengeance.
I trusted you, Cat. No.
An all-new Voyager, right after 7 Days. It all starts Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on UPN.
The boating show is all about boating.
And fishing. I'm Denise Euler, the fishing female, and I'll be teaching the fundamentals of fishing to everyone, but mostly to women and children.
We do features on buying your next boat, where to find the best waterfront restaurants, how to maintain your boat,
and fishing for saltwater or freshwater fish. We'll bring on tournament champions to fish with Captain Roger or myself, and we'll show you the latest in fishing equipment.
So stay tuned for the boating
and fishing show at the time shown on the screen.
Both teams have returned to the floor, and very shortly we'll begin the second half of play with Florida leading Washington by a score of 42-28. Terry, we were talking about the observation of this team carrying 8 men. That's a real burden. Everyone has to play, and the legs get a little heavy and tired, don't they? Without that time.
Well, I was tired last night. We didn't even play. And, you know, the atmosphere last night was an atmosphere, I think, if you've ever been to an inaugural event, it's pretty exciting, you know, and I think that was
Getting ready for the second half tip-off here at the Tico Arena. Dodge City ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons 44-43. Coming up tomorrow night, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs will be in for the final regular season game. Then it's on the road to Salina, Kansas. The playoffs getting underway on Thursday, June 29th. But you take a look at it there, and the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs, Terry, are the leading team in the Northern Division. So they played 3 of the leading teams back-to-back.
And something very interesting is Daryl Dawkins. Dr. Duncan Stein, whatever terminology that you want to use for Daryl Dawkins, those people who remember the days of Daryl Dawkins.
Right.
One of the first players, if not the first, I don't know the exact history of it, to come out of high school and go straight into the NBA from Orlando area, is the coach of the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs, and he has activated himself, and he is playing in tonight's basketball game, or he played last night. I haven't got the exact specifics on that, but I think tomorrow night we may see him as player coach.
That could be interesting.
I'm being honest with you now.
Yeah. That could be very interesting to see the Big D. All right, here we go. We're underway in the second half. Sea Dragons basketball. Tyson Patterson being guarded by Michael Lewis. Now you can hear Clifford Ray in the background. Don't let him drop it in there. But he gets it inside to Price. And Price has it swatted away by Andre Perry, but it comes back to Griffin. Griffin, that one's stolen by Kiwamata King. So here comes Lewis up ahead to Kiwamata. He drives off the glass and in.
Well,
Kiwamata King.
Coach Berry spoke at halftime about the smaller lineup gave us a little bit more on the court right now. If you look out there, you see that the lineup is quite small. Andre Reed being the biggest player on the basketball court.
That one can't go. Rebound put up and in by number 33, Darren Hancock. 19 on the night now for Hancock.
But one of the disadvantages of going small is rebounding the basketball.
46-45. The Legend up by 1. Andre Reed dips it inside to Perry, and Perry goes over the head and gets it through. 10 for Andre Perry. 47-46. 10 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this third quarter. Just underway here. Sea Dragon basketball in the Tico Arena. That's Patterson. Dumps it back over to the big guy, and Weidman can't get it to go. Franklin Paul tried to call timeout, and they said, no, you're out of bounds before that happened. You take a good look at Franklin out of McNeese State, 6'3".
They won't let you do that in the NBA anymore. That came about with the Dennis Rodman jumping out of bounds, and they don't allow you to do that. And we do play by NBA rules.
Griffin, he traveled on that one as well. He got that. He's got in that habit
he's got
of
that,
the little shuffle
well, he's got a good dance step
there. Yeah,
he's got a good dance step.
He might work for Arthur Murray in the offseason. 10 minutes, 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. 47-46. The Sea Dragons out ahead of the Dodge City Legend. Michael Lewis. He's going to go for 3. No good. Rebound ripped off the glass by Hancock. Gets it up to Patterson. Tyson Patterson stops, pops, no good. Weidman with it. And he's going to be fouled by Andre Reed. So that's 3 on the night now for Andre. Darren Hancock. 7 out of 8 so far. Well, he doesn't go to the free throw line. They're going to put Tom Weidman. Weidman 0 for 2 so far from the charity stripe. Make it 0 for 3. He must take lessons from Shaquille O'Neal.
You said that, I didn't.
He shoots 58%. You take a look at the noodles over there behind the hoop, and he finally gets one to go. And that, by the way, is the first point of the night for Tom Weidman. We're all tied, 47-47. 9:45 to go in the third quarter. Michael Lewis dumps it inside to Big Dre. Andre Reed against Weidman off the glass, no go. Rebound comes down to Artie Griffin. Griffin, 6'5", out of Alabama, dumps it inside now to Kelvin Price from North Carolina Charlotte.
Well,
Price gets it to go.
They know that Andre Perry has 3 fouls, and if he picks up his 4th, that's going to take a big part of our basketball game away from us. So they're attacking him every time down the court.
Kiwamata King fouled by Griffin. But you're right. He has 3, and Andre Reed has 3.
Well, I think little Dre is a little bit at a disadvantage because he can't play the aggressive defense that he plays. He does a good job. He does a good job around the basket. We're going to see a replay here when Key gets fouled. Probably got him with the body.
Kiwamata missed the first one. Next one is up and in. 9 points now for Kiwamata King. 49-48. The Legend up by 1. Over in the corner, that shot no good by Hancock. Went over the top of the backboard, so it'll be Sea Dragon basketball. You can take a look at Franklin Paul talking to Kiwamata King. Hey, you got to come over here and help me out a little bit on this defense.
Well, I think we need to go to some pick and rolls a little bit and let Michael Lewis come off and try to create, see if we make some things happen off some pick and rolls. We're going to try to go inside to Big Andre, but I don't know whether that's exactly what we want to do right now.
Andre Reed dishes it into Kiwamata King. He can't quite hang on, but recovers. And Kiwamata has it blocked, knocked away by Darren Hancock. Over to Patterson. Patterson gets it to Griffin. Griffin's shot is good. 12 now for Artie Griffin. 51-48. Andre Perry. 51-50 with 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. Look at him hollering for illegal defense. That goes inside to Patterson. Now it comes back out to Weidman. He has it blocked by Reed. Reed swipes another one away. Ball's on the floor, and they're going to have a jump ball. And I want to tell you something. Kent Davison was hollering over there for illegal defense. He's talking with Lenny Watson.
Well, Key does attack the basket on this, but he's got to realize who he's attacking against. And then what he needs to do is don't put the ball out for it to be blocked. Keep it around your body and make the player come into the body to make the block, and maybe you'll pick up the foul. When you go up and just lay it out there, that shot's probably going to be blocked in most cases.
Andre Perry gets the tap. Comes over to Franklin Paul. Michael Lewis. 7:49 to go in the third quarter.
Now we run the pick and roll.
Goes down inside to Reed. Comes back out to Michael. Now they go inside to Reed, and Reed on the slam. 52-51, the Sea Dragons
I think
back
we're going to
up.
have more success if we use the pick and roll. Even if we want to still get the ball inside to Andre Reed, if we use the pick and roll, I think we're going to have more success than running a diagonal cut for Andre to try to get to the basket.
That one tipped by Franklin Paul. Comes back over to Griffin. They dump it inside to Weidman. Back over to Artie Griffin. His shot no good off the back of the rim. And Weidman, he got more of Kiwamata King than he got a rock.
Well, we're going to take a look. Andre had released off the pick and roll. Does a good job stealing his man off, using the reverse spin, and makes the finish.
Toshiro Germany coming into the game now, replacing Andre Reed. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, 52-51. The Sea Dragons up by 1. Comes down to Franklin Paul in the corner. We got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Franklin Paul got a good look, no good. It's going to be an air ball, and it's going to go over to the Dodge City Legends. Coming in the game now for Dodge City will be number 15, Marshall Phillips, replacing Weidman. Timeout. With 6 minutes, 44 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's the Florida Sea Dragons 52, the Dodge City Legend 51. We'll come back right after this.
By popular demand, our most successful sales event ever has been extended. Get incredible lease payments, like Camry CE, now $249 a month on a 48-month lease with $1748 due at signing. Lease a restyled Corolla Sport for $199 a month for 48 months with $1698 due at signing. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. But only for a limited time.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
Hey, South Florida, it's hot, and your South Florida Ford dealers are making it hotter during the Ford Summer Sell Down event. They're putting the heat on the competition with special pricing on Mustang. Right now, get $4,900 plus $1,000 cash back. That's right, you get both $4,900 plus $1,000 cash, but this offer ends soon. Choose from a huge selection. See your South Florida Ford dealer during the Summer Sell Down event and get $4,900 plus $1,000 cash back on Mustang.
Boy, talk about starting them early, Terry. Look at this young lady over here. She found somebody up there. She's waving. Oh, she wants to go shake hands with Torch.
With Torch.
There you go. Take a look. Boy, that's great. Just part of the fun and excitement of U.S. Basketball League action here with the Florida Sea Dragons. Patterson on the drive off the glass and gets it to go. That's the third point of the night here for Tyson Patterson. His team now back up by 1. 53-52. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Michael Lewis, you can see him trying to set up the offense. A lot of movement without the ball. It's back out now to Kiwamata. Kiwamata puts it up, no go. There was only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Patterson goes right around everybody, dishes off on the inside, and that slam is no good, but they're going to call a foul on Toshiro, Germany. That's his third. Going to the free throw line will be Kelvin Price. He's not been there yet tonight, trying to stretch out just a little bit. You can see those noodles again. They're waving them, banging them, doing everything else with it. No good.
Boy, as many times as we put them to the foul line tonight, we need to be thankful that they have not converted a high percentage of free throws.
They're having fun. Those fans sitting there underneath the hoop. Next one is no good as well. Andre Perry with another rebound. So what else is new? Michael Lewis working against Patterson. Takes him down and gets it over here to Kiwamata King. His shot no good. Rebound that comes down to Darren Hancock. Now it's Patterson. Tyson Patterson tried to go behind the back. Still with it. Now on the move is Hancock, and he gets the slam. 21 on the night now for Darren Hancock. 55-52. And Andre Reed getting ready to check back into the basketball game. 5:17 to go in the third quarter. Michael Lewis dishes it inside to Andre Perry, and he gets the reverse spin to go.
Well, I think we need to keep going back to that, Joe. We need to go that pick and roll run that thing a little bit so they find a way of stopping it, and then go to another part of our offense because we're not getting a lot of things done off our diagonal cuts and simply posting up.
A little bit of all-court pressure there by the Sea Dragons. Patterson being guarded by Toshiro. He bats it away. It goes to Franklin Paul, and Paul gets it in off the glass. 10 on the night now for Franklin. The Sea Dragons are back out by 1, 56-55 with 4:39 to go in the third quarter, and they're going to call a block. Pat Randolph calls the block against number 9.
So what happens? We leave the basketball. You never leave the ball. You never leave the ball.
Boy, he just ran right by him.
And we left the ball. If you've got the ball, even though it's not the offensive player that you're assigned to or you're supposed to be guarding, you don't leave it.
Andre Reed coming back into the game, along with Marvin Gaye. Gaye, 6'9" out of Murray State. Toshiro, Germany, goes to sit down. 56-55. The Sea Dragons up by 1 over the Dodge City Legend. The Legend, having already clinched the Southern Division, and Tyson Patterson gets his 5th point of the night. His team back up now, 57-56. Michael Lewis. The King down inside now to Reed. Andre Reed puts it up, can't get it to roll, swipes away, and put back up and in by Franklin Paul. Boy, don't bring that basketball down anywhere near Franklin Paul. He's going to steal it from you. There's a three-pointer, no go. Michael Lewis comes with a rebound now for the Sea Dragons. They're up by 1, 58-57. Franklin Paul stops, pops, can't get it to go. Comes down to Darren Hancock. Wayne Copeland getting ready to check back into the basketball game. Goes to Phillips. Phillips puts it over to Gay. Gay's shot no good. And Andre Reed comes down with it, gets it over here to Franklin Paul. He gets it inside to Kiwamata King, and Phillips knocks it off the glass. They're looking for goaltending, but they won't get it. It comes back now to Hancock. Now it's over to Patterson. Arthur Davis getting ready to check in as well. Hancock to Griffin. Over here to Patterson. Patterson puts it up and puts it through. 7 now for Patterson, 59-58. 2 minutes, 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. Michael Lewis on the drive. Can't get it to go. It goes off the back. Phillips and Rick Barry wanting the call. We've got a timeout. Going to be called by Dodge City with 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Legend 59, the Sea Dragons 58. We'll come back after this.
If it's fun on the water, we do it. Sailing, fishing, sightseeing, shelling, island tours, and sunset cruises. Marco Island Sea Excursions is your exclusive agent for the Shellcat Shelling and Dolphin Adventures boat, Marco Cat Party Boat Fishing, and the Kahuna Sailing Charters. Whether it's friends, family, or a large group just waiting to enjoy our beautiful waters, we can make it happen. Marco Island Sea Excursions, 642-6400.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
You can have it all. Just rent a boat at Cedar Bay Marina in Marco Island. The best boats at the best prices.
It's 59-58. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons with 2 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the third quarter. Copeland back in the game, gets it over to Andre Perry. To Arthur Davis, who just came in as well, and Davis on the drive gets his first two tonight. 60-59. The Sea Dragons now up by one. Copeland putting pressure on Patterson. Patterson out of Appalachian State. Copeland from Blinn University. Here's another steal that goes ahead to Copeland, and he puts it in off the glass. That's his first two, and Clifford Ray says, boy, I like what I see right now. 62-59. It's a three-point lead as referee Pat Randolph picks up the rock. Good defensive pressure. Copeland and Franklin Paul in the backcourt now for the Florida Sea Dragons. Tyson Patterson tries to go inside. Copeland knocks it away. It's picked off by Davis. Arthur Davis gets it over to Franklin Paul. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Comes back out now to Davis. Davis gets the pick. Comes back into Reed. Reed with the shot, can't get it to go. Andre's getting some looks, but can't get it to go on the bottom of the net. That one comes back out to Patterson. Patterson on the drive, knocked out of bounds by Andre Reed. 7-foot Andre Reed against 5'9" Tyson Patterson. Who do you think is going to win all the time?
Andre.
I'd put my money on the big guy. Take a look, Terry.
Well, Andre does a good job and come over and gets good team help.
Oh, nobody picked him up that time, though. The little guy snuck one in.
As we came back to live action, they didn't make the adjustment on the switch.
62-61. The Sea Dragons up by one. We've got 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. A down counter that time by Davis off the front of the rim. And the legend has the rock. 1 minute, 2 seconds to play here in the third quarter. On the drive, no good by Hancock. Rebound to Perry. They get it over to Copeland, to Franklin Paul, and it's stolen away. Controlled by Tyson Patterson for the legend. And it goes off the foot of Andre Perry. It'll be Dodge City Legend basketball with 47.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Sea Dragons up by one, 62-61. Marshall Phillips, as you look at Rick Barry and Clifford Ray discussing some strategy over here on the sideline. Patterson gets it inside to Hancock. Hancock goes baseline. Comes back out now to Artie Griffin. Griffin looked for the shot, didn't take it. Now he takes it from the top of the circle and drains one for three. They're going to give him 3 or 2. They're going to give him 3. So give him 15 on the night now, 64-62. There goes Copeland. His shot off the front of the rim, no good. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Comes back over to Phillips. Now it's Hancock. Hancock to Phillips. Phillips for 3. His shot goes. 13 now for Marshall Phillips. And we have played 3, and all of a sudden it is 67-62. The Dodge City Legend out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back with fourth quarter action right after this.
1 week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free 1 week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free 1 week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold's. Call now.
Welcome to Computer Age, located at 11621 South Cleveland Avenue in Fort Myers, where we've been serving Southwest Florida since 1985. Experience our courteous, skilled staff providing friendly service that separates us from all the competition. Computer Age, the premier sales and service center for the fastest and most efficient systems available, Macintosh and custom-built PCs. Any service you require, from basic Wintel PC help, Mac networking, database software, internet, e-commerce, or advice, visit Computer Age or call 274-3200.
We view TV news, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what We View TV News is all about.
We view TV news, real local news, weeknights at 6:30.
A shocking confession.
He got off about 50 rounds and he shot 24 kids.
A haunting reminder.
I'm too angry at him for changing my life.
A terrified victim.
I promised him anything if he would let me go.
Go inside the mind of a murderer to hear what made these people commit their unspeakable crimes.
If he wanted to die so badly, how come he didn't just kill himself?
In a killer's own words on the next Lisa.
Monday at 1 on We View TV.
We get back. You know, you've heard of Air Jordan, whatever you want to see. Well, this is a little tongue Jordan, little bicycle Jordan right over here. That youngster won the race with a tongue sticking out the side of his mouth.
That's the way that you're supposed to do it. Totally under control, focused, knew where the finish line was, and knew how to get there.
And he was ready. That's part of the fun here at Sea Dragon basketball games. Come on out. Here we go. We're underway in the fourth quarter. 67-62. The Legend up by 5 over the Sea Dragons. And we've got all kinds of pushing and shoving going on underneath there. And they're going to call the foul against Kelvin Price. That's his third. He's trying to keep Andre Reed from making a move. Of course, basketball is a non-contact sport.
Always has been, always will be.
Inside it goes to Copeland. And Copeland couldn't get it up against Artie Griffin.
And if you believe that it's non-contact, we've got a lot of stories we can tell you.
Copeland now. Couldn't get through the trees that time. Goes over to Arthur Davis. Davis goes baseline. He has it knocked away. Once again by Griffin. And Tyson Patterson with the basketball for Dodge City. His team up 67-62 with 11 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the game. Patterson on the reverse move gets it to go. That's 11 now for Tyson Patterson. And it's 69, and we're going to have a foul. Going to be called against Franklin Paul. That's his second of the night. Terry, you've been looking at the stats, and in the first half, the Florida Sea Dragons had just 4 assists, and the Dodge City Legends 2.
Well, I think that was part of the sign of what we were talking about in the first half, that there was not only offense not being put up on the board, but teams weren't into the basketball game. I'm sure this half is going to be a little bit different when we see the stats. The fact that Dodge City is making the extra pass and getting teammates involved in a basketball game.
There goes the little guy, 5'9" again. Rebound comes down to Dodge City. They can't get it to go. Price misses. Comes over to Franklin Paul. Wayne Copeland now. Drying off his hands. Dumps it down inside to Andre Reed. It comes back out to Arthur Davis. Over here to Copeland. Inside to Reed. And Reed has it knocked away by Phillips. Picked up by Artie Griffin. Griffin looking for somebody to get rid of it. Gets it off and inside. And we're going to have a foul against number 52. Andre Reed, that's his 4th personal.
Well, we're going to see Andre does a good job. He makes his baseline spin move. He uses his drop step, goes up, and that's usually a foul. I mean, it may be some ball there, but usually you're going to get calls on that.
There goes Phillips. No good. They call him for traveling. Basket is not any good. 69-62.
But, you know, you got, as I said, Joe, you've got to sell the call. I mean, give us a voice holler. Give us a noise reaction, a grunt, a moan, something to get the official's attention so that maybe he'll put some air in the whistle. And when he puts air in it and it toots, he's got to blow it harder.
10 minutes to go.
We don't do that.
In the game.
Not make a noise. Ugh.
Inside now, Andre Reed gets it to go. That's 10 on the night, and then the first 2 points here in the fourth quarter for the Florida Sea Dragons. 69-64. The Sea Dragons trailing by 5. Toshiro, Germany, getting ready to check back into the game. Couple of 10s going at each other. Tyson Patterson and Wayne Copeland. Patterson from Appalachian State, Copeland from Lynn University. Darren Hancock. Andre Reed now. They're putting pressure all over the place. Patterson tries to beat the shot clock, but at rebound comes down to Price. He double team, gets it back out to Patterson. Hancock over to Phillips. It's stolen away. Now recovered again by Dodge City. And it goes for a three-pointer by Artie Griffin. That's his 18th point of the night. 72-64. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game. It's an 8-point game. I have to correct my math.
I was going to say, you're not going to balance my checkbook.
I correct my math. All right, here we go. Davis can't get it to roll. Patterson now on the drive, goes all the way in, puts it up left-handed, and it is good. 13 points now for Tyson Patterson, 74-64. It's a 10-point lead. Timeout for the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back right after this.
If you're looking for a new car, you can drive home in today. Come and see Miranda Kia and listen to our flash. Try Kia, Sophia, and oh Mamma Mia. When your friends get to see you, they'll all wish that they could be you. And depending on what your age will put you in the sport age. Dependable, reliable, the styling's bonafide. Cruising through the town with the back top.
Get a 2000 Kia Sportage convertible for $0 down and $224 a month.
Hit it, Henry! Randy! The fun begins here.
Morandi Kia, half-mile south of the Naples Airport.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-in, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
We both know there's more to making it than what happens on the court.
The game is tough. The streets are tougher. Dwayne Martin and Tupac Shakur in a story about making it to the top and knowing what's right.
Now, I don't care if you don't believe in me. I'm going to make it anyway. What is that going to do?
Above the rim.
As you take a look at Coach Rick Barry, he's not a very happy camper throwing the towel around. His team trails by 10. It's the Dodge City Legend, the 74, the Florida Sea Dragons 64, 8:39 to go here in the basketball game. You saw Clifford Ray talking to Big Dre.
Huh?
Referee Lenny Watson.
Lenny was asking us if we need to have a stoppage there at the 6:59 mark, which is the normal timeout for NBA, which is your mandatory timeout time.
So here we go. Wayne Copeland to Andre Perry.
I guess I should look down at Coach Barry and see if he wants it, and tell him we need it. Huh?
Maybe he wanted it. Yeah. Arthur Davis. Now it's Franklin Paul. Franklin puts it up, no go, as he just does beat the shot clock. Comes down, a new shot clock here for the Florida Sea Dragons. Wayne Copeland, his team trailing by 10. 8 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. They dump it inside to Toshiro, and he has it swiped away. He's looking at referee Pat Randolph wanting the foul, but he didn't get it. He put that Germany frown on. Didn't work.
The frown? No. Sell the call.
Hancock. Here's a steal now by Copeland. Wayne Copeland all ahead and puts it in. So give him 4 of the night. 74-66.
That's a violation.
And that's going to be Sea Dragon basketball. They've got a chance to cut it even more. They can make it a 6-point basketball game. You look at Clifford Ray.
Well, I think we're starting to see a little fatigue in Franklin Paul. I think we need to give Franklin a breather and get him back in the basketball game as quick as we can. We're starting to see the fatigue.
Copeland, no go. Rick Barry not happy. Darren Hancock. 10 seconds on the shot clock now for Dodge City. Patterson puts one off the glass, no good, but he comes down somehow. The little 5'9" guy gets the rebound, drives in the hoop again, and he's going to be fouled. They're going to call a foul on number 10, Wayne Copeland. That's his third. Michael Lewis going to check back into the basketball game. 7 minutes, 2 seconds to go in the contest. 74-66. The Legend out ahead of the Sea Dragon. That one's good by Patterson. The little guy has 14 points tonight. Average is 11.4. And you take a look at Michael Lewis as he comes into the contest. They're banging those noodles all over the place. Didn't seem to bother Tyson Patterson. That one no good off the back of the rim. So Patterson now 2 out of 4 from the free throw line. Copeland. They dump it down inside to Toshiro, and he gets the roll. 10 on the night now for Toshiro. 75-68. The Sea Dragons trailing the Dodge City Legend. 6:35 to go in the game. Tyson Patterson. That one swept away by Franklin Paul. He gets it over to Copeland. Paul in the corner. They're saying get it down inside. It goes to Toshiro, and they're going to call a foul. Goes against number 33. That's Darren Hancock. That's his first foul of the night. He's played pretty much the whole basketball game.
It's pretty tough to play a whole basketball game and have your first foul with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. But you know something, you got to give Hancock credit. He's a very, very intelligent basketball player, and he's probably kept himself out of situations where he would pick up those fouls.
Got 21 points on the night out of Kansas. Toshiro, Germany, gets his 11th. He's 3 out of 3 so far from the free throw line. He makes it a 5-point game. 75-70. The Sea Dragons trailing the Dodge City Legend. 6 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the basketball game. They dump it into Phillips. Phillips spins on Lewis. Boy, Toshiro went way up, came down on his hand, and he doesn't feel too good right now. But it's going to be Florida Sea Dragon basketball. Looks like he came down, must have hit that funny bone a little bit. Wayne Copeland. Over to Perry. He tried to dump it inside of Toshiro, but it's picked off by Marshall Phillips.
What they're doing now with the mismatch with Michael Lewis going to our off guard or 2 guard, they've been posting Phillips up the last 2 times down the court. They haven't been successful with it, but they may go back to it again.
That one good by Kelvin Price. Give him 8 on the night now. 77-70, a 7-point lead for Dodge City with 5:30 to go in the game. And we have an illegal defense. So Michael Lewis will once again go to the free throw line. Michael 5 out of 5. Rick Barry calls Andre Perry over.
Well, as Michael shoots the free throw, we see that Michael is in trouble. Gets away with probably a foul there, and they call a travel violation. Michael might have got away with a foul. Coming back to live action, Michael converts the free throw. We can give ourselves an opportunity to pick up a three-point play the old-fashioned way.
You got that right. Yeah, Michael did look like he put a little body on him in there, but nonetheless, that's a break.
Maybe a
Lewis.
4-point.
And there he goes for three.
So that's a 4-point turnaround.
77-74. Michael Lewis buries the three. He's got 11 on the night now. We've got 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Patterson stops, puts it up, no good. Rebound, no to Copeland. Here come the Sea Dragons. Back to Michael Lewis once again. Toshiro trying to give him a pick. Franklin Paul puts that one up off the back of the rim, no good. Dodge City with the basketball. Tyson Patterson. They only brought 9 players with them tonight. 2 of their stars up at the Detroit Pistons tryout camp. Darren Hancock now backing up against Franklin Paul. He puts up the shot and gets it to go. 23 on the night now for Hancock. 79-74, back to a 5-point lead for Dodge City with 4:15 to go in the basketball game. Copeland dumps it to Toshiro. He had a battle to rock, but he's got it now. Toshiro. And he goes inside and it's a foul. It's going to go against number 15. That's Marshall Phillips. That's his third. They call it on the floor. They will not put Toshiro on the line. 4:04 to go in the game. 79-74. Dodge City up by 5 over the Florida Sea Dragons. Michael Lewis. There's a pick and roll. Michael puts it up and gets it to go. And they're going to call a foul against number 50, Artie Griffin. So Michael Lewis with a little bit of an offensive spark here. 79-76. Michael, 6 out of 6 so far from the free throw line tonight. Looking to pick up his 14th point of the evening. And it rolls around and drops through. 79-77. It's a 2-point lead now for Dodge City. And they want a timeout. Coach Kent Davison says, I want timeout. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the game. 79-77. Dodge City out ahead of the Florida Sea Dragons. We'll come back right after this.
Seeking justice is a team effort.
There are times to accept a settlement and times to fight for more. We have almost 30 years of experience to help you make the right decision.
In addition to personal injury, we have handled real estate planning administration since 1969.
Goldstein, Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Pertz.
Welcome to Cedar Bay Marina, your complete boat storage facility. Cedar Bay offers high and dry storage that provides safety, security, shelter from the elements, and peace of mind. Protect your investment while enjoying friendly, courteous service both in and out of the water. Whether you're heading out for fun on the Gulf or fishing the mangroves, stop by our ship store for all of your boating needs. Cedar Bay Marina on Marco Island, 394-9333.
Attention, Lee and surrounding counties. This is a notice of sale. The regional used car superstore. He's authorized to facilitate the disposal of approximately 600 high-quality trade-ins, special purchases, state and recovery vehicles. Guaranteed lowest prices and payments posted on every windshield. Full-size trucks and sport utilities from $259 a month. Minivans and luxury cars from $229 a month. Mid-size vehicles from $199 a month. 30 economy vehicles under $2,000. Through Monday at the regional used car superstore.
79-77, Dodge City ahead by 2. 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the game. And the Legend has the rock. Marshall Phillips will put it in bounds.
Well, this possession could be a very important possession. They got limited time on the shot clock.
Inside 10, they dump it down inside to Phillips, and Phillips can't get the roll. Andre Perry comes off with a rebound. Here comes Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis with a hot hand off the glass, and it goes for Michael. 16 points for Michael Lewis, and a foul call against number 15, Marshall Phillips. That's his fourth.
Well, I said the last possession was going to be crucial. He came up with a rebound, Andre Perry. Michael attacks the basket, comes up with a foul, kisses it off the glass to come up with a three-point play.
Michael parries that one, and the Sea Dragons have regained the lead, 80-79. Michael Lewis, the leading scorer for Florida tonight with 17 points. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. The Sea Dragons up by 1. On the drive that time, yes, it goes by Darren Hancock. That's 25 for Hancock. They're going to call a foul against number 32, and that is Toshiro, Germany's fourth foul. So Hancock with 25. He goes to the free throw line. Coming back into the game is Tom Weidman. Hancock so far tonight, 7 out of 8 from the free throw line. His team is up by 1, 81-80. 3 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the game. Hancock makes it good. 26 now for Hancock, 82-80. A 2-point lead for the Legend over the Sea Dragons. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. Copeland. Back out to Lewis. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to call Phillips once again on the foul. That one hooped no good.
Well, we're in a bonus situation, and we've got our better free throw shooter going to the foul line. Now it's just a matter of converting. It's also a matter at the other end. What Coach Barry and Coach Ray and the rest of the coaching staff have been asking Wayne Copeland to do is Wayne needs to leave and go double every time his man gives up the ball to either Hancock or to Phillips. They're asking Wayne to double team, and let's let Patterson make the jump shot, and let's let him beat us. Let's don't let Hancock or Phillips have the opportunity to score. We'll see if Wayne does it this time.
9 out of 9.
And then we'll see if it works.
From the free throw line for Michael Lewis. Make it 10 out of 10. He's got 19 points. We're all tied once again, 82-82. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the basketball game. That's Tyson Patterson. Gets it over here now to Artie Griffin. They dump it down inside to Widemore. Widemore gets it over to Phillips. Nice move that time for 2 for Marshall Phillips.
Well, we did a good job, Joe, and everyone rotated, but not everyone found a man. We had one guy left that didn't find a...
84-82. The Legend out ahead. Wayne Copeland. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Michael Lewis. Lewis gets the pick. He goes on the drive. High off the glass. No go. But Andre Perry gets the rebound. And what are they going to call? They're going to call it yes. Basket goes. And a foul on 33 Hancock. That's his second. A big offensive rebound that time by Andre Perry.
Well, we're going to see the replay. Andre Perry again, demon on the board. And then here's the foul right there. Got a break on that one.
Andre Perry, 2 out of 2 so far tonight. Trying to break the tie. We're knotted at 84. 2:13 to go in the game. That one's good. 17 points for Perry. 85-84 with 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. Michael Lewis tries to get the steal, and we're going to have a foul. They're going to call it against Toshiro, Germany. That is Toshiro's 5th foul of the night. And you take a look at Andre Perry. 2 minutes, 1 second to go in the game. 85-84. The Sea Dragons out ahead. Phillips, 4 out of 4 so far tonight. Will have 2 free throws. He's got 15 points. Andre Reed getting ready to check back into the basketball game. That one's good. 85-85. Reed comes in replacing Toshiro, Germany. Toshiro talking to himself as he comes off the floor. Boy, look at all those noodles back there, huh? That one goes. 17 points now for Marshall Phillips. He put his club ahead, 86-85. We've got 1 minute, 57 seconds to go in the game. Michael Lewis being pressured by Artie Griffin. Gets the pick from Reed. Reed trying to get the roll. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Michael dumps it down inside. And they say it goes off the fingertips of the Dodge City legend. It will be Sea Dragons basketball, but they only have 4 seconds on the shot clock. Copeland gets it in to Franklin Paul. Paul from way downtown, and he hits! 15 points now for Franklin Paul. He put that one from, I think that was up at Fort Myers someplace.
It was definitely the Miramar outlet.
Yeah. Here we go. 88-86, a 2-point lead for the Sea Dragons. 1:23 to go. Patterson for 3, no good. And Andre Reed comes down with a rebound. They get it over to Copeland. Franklin Paul. And timeout. Timeout call by the Florida Sea Dragons. A 20-second timeout.
Well, we're going to probably come back out of this 20-second timeout getting the ball in the hands of Michael Lewis. Well, probably some type of screen, pick and roll. We are in a bonus situation. So, you know, if we can be aggressive offensively, we might be able to get ourselves to the foul line.
Coming up tomorrow night, the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs, the leaders in the Northern Division of the United States Basketball League, will be here to take on the Florida Sea Dragons, and we'll have it live for you beginning at 7:30 on WeView Sports. Florida Sea Dragons basketball. You take a look at Rick Barry and his charges. They're up by 2, 88-86. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go in the basketball game. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Florida. You see the other two officials, Lenny Watson and Pat Randolph, chatting. There's Clifford Ray. Frank Raposo has the rock. Michael Lewis will put it in play. Over to Copeland. Lewis looking down deep inside now. Andre Reed trying to give him the pick. Michael Lewis stops, puts it up, and he hits. 21 for Michael Lewis. And there's a steal now. Copeland has it. Gets it over to Franklin Paul. 54 seconds to go in the game. 90-86, the Sea Dragons up by 4. The crowd on their feet here in the Tico Arena. Rick Barry says, get something in there. We've got 7 seconds on the shot clock. Michael Lewis again. No go, but the rebound comes down to Perry, and Perry puts it in. 19 for Andre Perry. 92-86. A 6-point lead here for the Sea Dragons. That one's knocked away, but we're going to have a foul. It's going to go against number 37. That's the 4th foul against Andre Perry. 29.1 seconds to go in the game. The Sea Dragons up 92-86.
Well, here we see Michael does a good job at attacking the basket. But what happens is he draws so many defenders that leaves Andre Perry open to get the rebound, and Andre does a great job, gets the rebound, makes the finish.
Darren Hancock, 26 points on the night. 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. Puts this one up, and it's good. We have a timeout called by Dodge City. It's a full timeout. 92-87, a 5-point lead with 29.1 seconds to go for the Sea Dragons. We'll come back right after this.
Buckley, Seckman, Rice, and Kurtz.
My dad says you can never be too careful when it comes to caring for your car.
My dad says computers diagnose problems in half the time we used to take.
My dad told me how important it is to change the oil, check the brakes, steering, and suspension if you want your car to last a long time.
My dad told me to cool, so I decided to turn on the AC and chill out.
My mom said if I have a good Sunday, all will be mine.
AutoWorks, complete automotive diagnostic and repair center, Davis Boulevard, Davis.
On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
They're from the Almighty.
Blasphemy! The survivors discover an ancient culture.
Could you just tell us where we are? The Promised Land.
Now,
the fierce ones have taken the child captive. We must act!
with one life hanging in the balance.
We mean to kill you.
Are they friend
We cannot save you.
or foe? On the next Peter Benchley's Amazon.
$87 for Dodge City, 92 for the Florida Sea Dragons. We have 29.1 seconds to go in the game. On the free throw line for one more is Darren Hancock. And Hancock, 27 points tonight. 9 out of 10 from the free throw line.
Now, this game is a long way from being over for the simple fact in professional basketball you have those timeouts and those 20 seconds, plus you can advance the ball to half court when you use those.
Hancock, you can see the noodles. That one goes up and in. 28 on the night now for Hancock. And there is a timeout. So the Florida Sea Dragons want a full timeout. 92-88. They're up by 4 with 29.1 seconds to go.
Well, you know, I think the difference in the basketball game, and it took so long, we finally gained some energy. But I think when the coaching staff went to a smaller lineup, that enabled us to be a little bit more spread the court, attack the basket offensively, but then in the same situation defensively, it allows us to get out and put pressure on the basketball. Wayne Copeland did an excellent job playing 94 feet of the floor defensively. That took them out of what they were trying to do in an offensive set. By the time the ball got across the 10-second line, 8-9 seconds went off the shot clock, and now they've got to get in that, and they don't have as many options off their offensive set. And what they started doing, they started going just a one type of offensive set, a post situation or a clear out.
We have 29.1 seconds as you look at some of the Dragonettes, and 24 seconds on the shot clock. So it's a 5-second differential, and the Sea Dragons are up by 4.
Yeah, we're going to probably take the ball. We have a choice now. Since the timeout was called before the ball was put into play, we have the option after the free throw or made basket of advancing the ball to half court. There's a problem with that, though, Joe, is the fact when you advance to the half court in professional basketball, you cannot pass the basketball into the back court. The only pass you can make is into the front court, so you've got a very limited area to pass the basketball into. All right, we'll see what the coaching staff decides when they come back out. That's an option we have. We need to use some time off the clock. They're going to foul us very quickly. Plus, they're going to foul someone who's not a good free throw shooter, so we need to make sure that we do not put the ball in the hands of someone who's a poor free throw shooter. We've had some substitution. Go ahead, Joe. Let's talk about the substitution.
Andre Reed in the basketball game, Franklin Paul, Arthur Davis, Michael Lewis, and Kiwamata King.
So we have 4 ball handlers and 4 pretty good free throw shooters. Andre Reed being the only exception of not being a good free throw shooter.
See if he touches the ball.
Well, let's hope he doesn't.
All right, Kiwamata now gets it in to Michael Lewis. That's one guy they don't want to foul. It goes over to Franklin Paul. Franklin.
Now, pass the basketball, Franklin.
And
pass
he's going to
the basketball.
Foul is going to be called. They're going to get 2 shots. Dante Malthus gets his 2nd foul and going to the free throw line. And also coming into the game now is Andre Perry, along with Wayne Copeland.
Mass substitutions to get the lineup back on the court that we wanted, and even Dodge City went with a substitution to get the players back on the court that they wanted.
Franklin Paul, a 79% free throw shooter. He has not been to the free throw line yet tonight. Shooting 79% on the season. His first one is up, and it goes. 93-88. 22.2 seconds to go in the game. It's a 5-point lead. Andre Perry says, sit down, coach, relax, take it easy. Franklin gets the next one. It won't go.
Oh, great job.
Andre Reed gets the rebound.
Oh,
and it goes over, and we've got a foul.
Great job.
There's a foul going to be called against Darren Hancock. That was a big offensive grab by Andre Reed. He goes to the line. He's shooting 59%. He's not been there yet tonight.
Andre, you know, I won't take credit for it because I got to give credit to Teixeira, but I've been working with Teixeira on his free throws since he's 4-4. I talked to Andre today about his free throws. He's got to get that little kink out of his knee. He had it.
Rick Barry up on his feet. They're claiming that Marshall Phillips jumped in there before Andre Reed even shot the basketball. Look at him. Rick is not happy. He said, hey, what's going on here? Andre missed that first one. He gets that one to go. 11 on the night now. 94-88. That's a 6-point lead. 17 seconds to go. A 3-pointer is good by Marshall Phillips. That's 20 on the night for Phillips. 94-91. And there's a foul. Take a look at this.
Well, we can see him step in. He can't step in. He's in there and claps his hand.
So Michael Lewis goes to the free throw line now with 12 seconds to go. He hits that one. 22 on the night now for Michael. 95-90. It's a 5-point lead with 12 seconds to go. Michael Lewis, 11 out of 11. Make that 12 out of 12 from the free throw line. And here we go again.
Turnover. Sea Dragon basketball.
96-90.
Get the ball in Michael Lewis's hands. I think they're going to give up. I think they've basically given up.
And they foul Franklin Paul. That one's going to be called against Artie Griffin. 9.4 seconds to go. Franklin Paul, 1 out of 1 so far tonight from the free throw line. I have the score as 95 to 90. I got 96-91. That one was good, 97. He made them both, 18 on the night now. 98 to 91. Another three-pointer. That one goes by Artie Griffin. Give him 21. So it is 98-94. And that's it. Final score, 98-94. And we'll come back. We'll come back with our offensive player of the game, Andre Perry, and our player of the game, Michael Lewis, right after this.
One week free. Come into Gold's of Fort Myers or Cape Coral today and claim your free one-week membership. Stop in, get started, and try us out for an entire week for free. Come see why we're the best family fitness centers in Southwest Florida. Your free one-week membership will get you in on all that we have to offer. Aerobics, spinning classes, yoga, racquetball, full lines of cardio, wide ranges of strength training equipment, free childcare, and much more. All of this in a clean, non-intimidating atmosphere. Join now and also get $100 off the joining fee. 1 week free and $100 off the joining fee at Gold. Call now.
BIG Technology Chips. Great buy. Good.
Big Tech Chips. Huh. At SunTrust, our advisors believe investing should be based on individual planning, not the tip of the day.
Big Tech Chips. Buy now.
So if you're looking for solid financial help, call SunTrust. Smart investing starts here.
Well, I really can't say, Eileen. All I know is the stock is going through the roof.
Our biggest sales event of the year has been officially extended. It's your chance to lease a new 4Runner for $299 for 48 months with $17.98 due at signing. Go anywhere, do anything with 4Runner's class-leading ground clearance. Plus, get more payload and towing capacity than Ford Explorer. Rush to Germain Toyota, Fort Myers Toyota, or Palm Toyota. Your $299 a month 4Runner is waiting.
I'm just your average healthy American male, except for having the power to turn invisible at will. You think that wouldn't be so bad, right? But being invisible has a price. It makes me go insane. So when I'm not out saving the world, I relax by doing what any other healthy but otherwise mentally unstable invisible man would do.
Didn't see him the first time? Catch him again. It's the encore presentation of the 2-hour movie premiere, The Invisible Man, this Sunday at 8 on WeView TV.
The final score, the Florida Sea Dragons 98, the Dodge City Legend 94, and our offensive player of the game tonight. And once again, we welcome to the WeView microphone, Andre Perry. You got 19. We got little Dre once again, but you got 19 points. But again, your work off the glass again was fantastic tonight.
Man, that's what I do. You know, that's why they brought me here. You know, I struggled a little when I first got here, but you know, coaches let me calm down a little bit. You know, come talk to me and say, listen, we need this out of you right now. We need leadership. We need boards.
You feel a lot better tonight than you did last night.
Man, can you tell the difference?
we could tell a difference during the warm-up when you came over and bugged us a little bit. But,
oh, yeah.
But, you know, I really think the important thing, Andre, is that you stayed focused. I know last night, non-victory, because I don't like to use the word defeat, bothered you a little bit, and you came out tonight and you stayed focused. And I really think, and this is the opinion that Joe and I had a lot of the people, you just bring so much energy to this basketball team, and tonight you brought it again, and especially down the stretch.
Like I said, you know, I've been a lot of places. You know, I've been in a lot of countries, and one thing I've realized is that consistency is what keeps you alive in this game. And I felt last night I didn't bring a consistent energy throughout the whole game. That's what I tried to do tonight.
Well, Andre, I tell you what, our congratulations to you. You got another big one coming up. You got Pennsylvania coming in tomorrow.
Got to have it. Have to have it. This is a must-win for us. I mean, just team-wise, get our psyche going.
All right, there's our offensive player of the game, Andre Perry. We'll come back, talk with our player of the game, Michael Lewis.
Mike Lewis.
WeView Sports right after this.
Right.
WeView TV News, convenient and credible local news. We emphasize the people, places, and stories in Southwest Florida. Each weeknight at 6:30, we bring you the news, sports, and weather that matters most.
We live in an information age. Information is all around us. What I do is distill the information into knowledge you can use. To me, that's what WeView TV News is all about.
WeView TV News, real local news. Weeknights at 6:30.
On the next, Judge Mathis.
You got a lot of clearing up to do.
A man's best friend turns into a real dog.
I would not hit on Daryl's wife.
While I'm out the front door, he's trying to come through the back door.
Did you do any of this low-down, sneaky, backstabbing? I can't even remember what I said, if I said anything. Don't come in here playing crazy.
The guy who hit on his friend's wife might lie about it all.
On the next, Judge Mathis.
Monday morning at 11 on WeView TV.
Once again, the final score, Florida Sea Dragons 98, Dodge City, the Legend 94. And we take a good look at the forearm of Michael Lewis, our player of the game. You didn't get fouled or anything, Michael, did you?
I'm going to say that was a foul. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might have been a foul.
Michael, you got 23 tonight, and you really picked it up. You had 7 going into the second half, and in the fourth quarter, you really came through. You scored, you only had 7 going in. You wind up with 23, so you really picked it up there in the fourth quarter.
Well, you know, I came in and you know, we needed a lift, and I was able to, you know, hit a 3 and kind of get us on a roll. And, you know, my teammates kept looking for me. Once I hit that 3, you know, it forced the defense to come out on me a little bit tighter, and was able to get the basket, get some fouls and some layups. And, you know, once we got that going, it opened up things for other guys. You know, I missed a couple shots where, you know, Andre Perry got some big offensive rebounds and finished, and, you know, he played an exceptional game again tonight.
Of course, from the free throw line, you were perfect once again tonight. So.
Well, you know, it's something, you know, those are freebies. You know, nobody's guarding you. It's just 15 feet from the basket. So, you know, it's something I've always taken pride in, and I focused on it more, you know, since I've gotten down here. But you can't let those points slip away. They're too important at the end of the game.
You know, Michael, I said at one point in the basketball game that we need to go the pick and roll and get you involved in the pick and roll, and we did, and I think it was a big difference in the ball game. Congratulations, Michael. Let's get one tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take on the Pennsylvania Valley Dogs tomorrow night. You can see it right there. We'll be on at 7:30. So once again, the final score here tonight, the Florida Sea Dragons 98 and the Dodge City Legend 94. So for Terry Fimler and our entire production crew, this is Joe Klimas saying good night. We'll see you tomorrow evening.
She exposes the human heart. You can't help but feel.
People are talking about Queen Latifah's new talk show.
She's very approachable, down to earth, caring.
You missing all the beautiful things about yourself.
She exudes a warmth.
She's a great role model. She sees the value and the strength of humor.
Don't look at me like I'm crazy. This is your family.
When it's over, you take something away.
Queen Latifah. See what everyone's talking about.
Weekdays at 2 p.m. on WeView TV. You're watching UPN TV 10, serving all of Southwest Florida.
Together. Well, one thing, I didn't play the first 2 games. Tashiro didn't play the first 3 games. And Coach kept saying, we don't have 2 of our horses in. Just keep playing and we'll turn it around. The 3 games we lost, we could have easily won. 1 went in overtime. 1 we lost by 2 points. And the 3rd we could have easily have won. So they kept stressing, stay with it, keep working hard, keep defending, take care of the basketball, limit our turnovers, which we tried to do tonight, and we would start winning. And obviously, you know, it's turned around for us.
You know what I like about Mark is that when he had his injury, he never complained. He couldn't move. He had a sore shoulder. He had a reaction to his shot. And congratulations, Mark. You've made a great contribution to this team.
Thanks,
we'll be right back to wrap this thing up right after these messages.
Sea Dragons.
It's the perfect pass. The lob is good.
Sea Dragons run.
The steal. Up court. He's looking for his man. A crossover dribble. Finds his man. High loopy pass. The lob is good.
Sea Dragons jump and jam.
He's all alone through the legs. He puts it away on the jam.
Sea Dragons, coached by Rick Barry.
It's a reverse jammer. Come on.
Sea Dragons, all season. For ticket information, call 267-2323 or visit us at floridaseadragons.com.
When catastrophic events threaten our world, Frank Parker's mission is just undo it. To save the future,
Engage.
you have to live like there's no tomorrow.
Love it. Another one bites the dust.
7 days.
Isn't it nice to have a comfortable win, Terry? And
Well,
to see these two young men who were just, we talked to.
Yeah, it's a joy to see it, and it's, you know, we think it's nice for us. Imagine what this team has gone through, starting out the way that they did, and they've kind of established a motto that 27-3. We don't know whether they're going to reach that, but they've got some lofty goals, and it makes you feel awfully good to see success for those young men.
That final score again was Florida defeating Washington 100-76. They will be playing Gulf Coast tomorrow night down in Bradenton, and they'll be home again on Wednesday night, and they'll be playing a team that is their nemesis, the team that beat them the first time they were out, the Kansas Cagers, and that game will be seen on WeView TV on tape delay starting at 10 p.m. It's been a joy being with you tonight. Thanks for listening. This is Al Ackerman on behalf of Terry Thimler saying thank you, and the final score again tonight, the Florida Sea Dragons 100, the Washington Congressional 76. Good night, everyone.
You're watching UPN TV 10, serving all of Southwest Florida.